So, anyways, I told her, if you want to impregnate a donkey, you really have to massage their balls first. Oh, sorry. Ooga fucking ooga, cunts. Welcome to the cunt stream. We have with us today the gorilla go-go Schmeckel himself.
Obviously. Who else do we have fun?
We also have with us Justin Wang.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
And we have with us A.G. Luck, also known as a Gluck.
I hate you.
A good luck.
It's a lot fucking easier to say a Gluck.
Yeah, but just luck. Okay, go with luck. It's shorter.
Oh, it really is
a
AG
Gluck.
AG Luck? I thought it was A Gluck, like your first name was like maybe like Andrew or something. Gluck.
Oh, it's just the initials AG stand for something, and luck is just I got a little bit of Irish white person in me, German.
Okay. Me too.
So Schmeckel,
I'm not
I
even
understand
joking.
that.
That's for real.
Yeah, you're two master races in one.
Yeah.
So Schmeckel, I understand that there's a little bit of news.
Yeah, there has apparently been a bit of a breakup. And while I don't usually like to do the whole relationship shit. I think this is one worth commenting on. JF Gary Epi and Andy Worski are no longer an item. They are separated. They are done. They are no longer attached at the hip.
Say it
The Worski
himself.
show can once again become a quality show, hopefully.
Yeah, please. Maybe a little less, ethno-statey.
Just bring Chris back.
Yes,
Chris wasn't
please.
so ethno-statey.
That's the real mystery. Wait, didn't he show up on like a stream recently, kind of telling what he's been up to?
Yeah, on Bearing's second channel, he
Yeah,
was
yeah, that's what
actually
it was.
explaining everything. He's gone to the behind the curtains, doing more production stuff, which I understand. He can get burnt out on this stuff.
Yeah, I think it's something that nobody didn't see coming, except maybe JF and Andy themselves. But I'm glad it happened. It needed to happen.
It was one of those things where after last night and watching JF just go on his channel and fucking rip into Andy over that shit from yesterday. It was
I
just,
missed a lot of what the specific details happened. Like what specifically was he ripping into him about?
So JF went after Andy because he said that he basically what's the word where he slandered someone because on the Kumite. He was on there with Cantwell, and actually the whole Cantwell thing ended well at the end of it. Andy apologized, everything seemed good, and then later on in the evening, JF goes on and has his own live stream just talking mad shit about Andy. And you got to think, man, that motherfucker's bringing you in tons of money, and he is allowing you to be on his channel and grow your channel. Wouldn't you show just a tad bit of respect to the guy, even if, as much as if anyone doesn't like him in here, you would show a little respect to Andy for him giving you a platform,
I think some people just have that personality type though, where they're just not going to back down, no matter like what the situation is in those terms. And I guess he's one of those people.
I think it's more an issue of social cues with him, not so much, his inability to, respect Andy. I just think that he's socially awkward.
Think it's just awkwardness, or it's just JF doesn't give a fuck? Because I pretty much get that.
Maybe awkwardness is the wrong term here. Maybe he's just, socially inept.
Yeah, inept might be the better word. He is not equipped to deal with social situations in which he is not the dominant person.
Yeah, so he's basically, he can't take criticism, in other words, because I mean, you look at the fallout with Ralph Retort that he had, and then him and Tonka and all these other guys, and it's like maybe the guy just, I mean, he thinks he's so goddamn smart, but he can't figure out how to not freak out at people and actually enjoy a conversation and have some fun with it. Like, you think that being that smart, he would understand that it's not his show, that he's not, in the right of dealing with all that bullshit,
No, to phrase it a little less gently, he's an arrogant motherfucker. He came in and
You could say that.
immediately he was told he was a co-host, and he thought, I heard the word host. I host this show. I run this show. This is mine.
But here's something I'm not clear on now, though, because I did catch like there was a bit of a jar because he kicked somebody. He kicked Ralph, right?
Yes.
Was it? Yeah, he kicked
Midstream.
Ralph, and then it was kind of like a debate over whether or not he had that authority to do that. Like, was there like did Andy say? I'm like asking because like I said, I'm super behind on the details. Like, was there a point where Andy like said that whether or not he did give him that ability because it is Andy's show?
Yeah, he obviously had the ability because he did it, but mentally or conversed.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like Andy really didn't expect it after the fact.
Yeah.
Because the way he responded was like, you didn't have to kick him out. All he said was, he knows some things about your past too, because you're over here calling him low IQ and a fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
And like Andy went after him a little bit and they got into a little tiff about it. But then all this shit just, I think that was the first straw, because Andy finally realized that you have a guy on who basically is a domineering personality, and Andy's used to, I guess, being the good guy in a lot of regards, where he'll take a back seat for this shit and he allows it to happen. And for him to sit back and do this, it just finally, I think, Paul Zigo and Tonka and all these other guys did get in Andy's head, and Andy realized it's not one of those things where I should be allowing this motherfucker, no matter how high intellect he is, to fucking control my channel.
Well, what do you mean getting in Andy's head though? Like, do you mean just like
Giving him
like
advice.
as like some kind of like nefarious thing? Because I've kind of seen that narrative pushed around that I don't believe that to be the case.
No, I don't
Or
think it is at all. I just think they were giving him advice, and they were right. They were 100% right.
Okay.
Like saying, hey, JF has to realize that this is your channel, and that was the advice that they were giving him. And so to watch that happen, I think, is what really pushed Andy to stand up and grow some balls in all regards. Because he was allowing this guy, because he brought in a decent sized audience and other things, to control everything.
I think that is a lot of what helped Andy get so people like confident.
I think, and this is no slight to Andy or anything like that, but I think that he was trying to stand by his decision. He was trying to justify it to everybody, because this thing with Paul's ego is just the last in the line of many, many, many people who are just telling him, yo, this guy is taking over your show. What the hell are you doing? Even I think even Baked Alaska did that. And it's like, again, no slight to Andy. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I don't know the guy personally or anything like that. We're not friends. But I think he was just trying to justify his decision to bring JF on.
Because he caught some flack, and he kind of just ditched out on Chris, but Chris probably wanted some time to himself.
That was kind of like at the genesis of that. I remember thinking that was kind of a weird decision, but I wasn't, obviously I'm not privy to their conversations behind the scenes, or like what led them to like having JF be the official co-host to begin with.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere in all regards in my mind. Like, I don't remember seeing it being massively talked about. It just happened.
No, I tend to believe him, since Chris has backed it up. That Chris left on his own terms, and that it didn't have anything to do with the fucking race shit. He was just done with all the political shit.
Yeah, and he didn't exactly
It's exhausting.
quit. He's
I
still
understand
involved. He's just not on air.
Yeah, I think JF came because Andy was like, shit, I'm out of co-host. I need a co-host. And
Yep.
There was JF Gary Epi.
Gary
You know what it
Page.
is too? Like I feel like kind of around the time of that Kraut drama, he was kind of like I guess one of the dudes like leading the charge, which kind of put him in that position to wind up being the co-host. Because that was
Yeah,
around the
yes.
time it happened.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it
right
was.
around the time that the Kraut server leak broke.
Yeah, and that's a lot of shit changed at that period, but I think the biggest change we saw was in Andy. And
shit, yeah, it looked like he just became money hungry, and like, I mean, this is not jealousy at all, but he started making lots of money after that Spencer Sargon debate, and he was like, holy fuck, I like this, you know?
I don't think money is the sole motivation for that. I think that he, like a lot of other creators, saw the shift in the landscape of YouTube and had to adapt accordingly. And I think he did that pretty well.
Well, I mean, you
one
do
can
something.
debate.
Sorry to
Hmm?
interrupt you. Keep it finish.
That's all right. I lost my train of thought. You can go ahead.
Oh well, it's if you do something as a YouTube creator and you see that it's performing well, you kind of be like an idiot to not do more of what's getting you that success. You know?
Exactly. Yes.
now we got $5 from Bob Dobbs. He says, sorry guys, I have y'all stuff in backlog. Excuse in 2 words, a girl, # Team Andy. But like a girl on whose side? Like JF got a girl, Andy got a girl. Yeah, Andy's already got
Sinead.
yeah.
I think they're talking about Aaron. I think they are actually talking about Aaron because Aaron was on. So after JF left the stream tonight and acted like he quit, but Andy was ready to fire him today either way. After JF went on his own stream tonight, he brought on that freaking baked Alaska broad who was, to be quite honest,
Pre-meth Liz Reptile.
cracked out on fucking something.
Maybe
Train
not
wreck.
pre-meth.
Train.
Yeah. Post meth crackhead. Yeah, she's
Post-meth. It
Girl
sounds like
who
a
puts
fucking
ketchup on her
shot.
feet.
yeah, right. Post meth. But she
No, it's there's been a lot of ridiculous shit from JF. I'm not gonna go into a lot of that specifically because I'm supposed to be doing a different stream about it sometime soon. I'm not gonna go into the whole retarded girl shit.
you're talking about potato.
Yes, I'm talking about the potato. But there have been weird things from him, just as far as streaming goes. The shit where he gets moody, like when Failure booted him. Shit where he full out tears up because I have seen young Andy become an adult.
That was so uncomfortable to watch.
That was goofy.
That it was.
I mean, it's funny. Like here's the thing. Like I kind of posted that picture from that before on Twitter, and it's like I don't really care one way or the other, but it was such a ridiculous moment to me that I just had to be like, oh, time to share that again.
That is not something a regular adult man does.
Yeah.
I mean,
At first, I thought he was joking too. I thought he was like kind of like mocking Andy when that happened, but then he kind of at some point, and there's actually a video of it up, but like the second part after he left and came back, it's gone. But after he came back to kind of like freshen up a little bit, he's still sobbing while he's talking. Like he had a good cry.
Oh, he had a good
he
cry
is
tonight too, dude.
Over emotional.
I missed that.
Oh,
I-
Jay cried on his stream so hard.
Because all right, so what I saw happen when I posted that picture before, it was like from the last time it happened, and then I saw people responding about him crying tonight, and I thought that they thought I was spreading like fake news or something I didn't know that it actually happened again.
That's what hundreds of people in Andy's chat were saying, and I was bouncing back and forth, and he just looked like super emotional. But then he started bringing in, all the people he could, and it was funny to watch, like Nick Fuentes, that douche, jump from JF stream back to Andy's stream, and start doling out advice to Andy, and it's like, dude, Nick, you're 19 years old, man. Like, come the fuck off it.
I'm just laughing now because I see Tierney Shelton in the chat. He was watching a boy become a man. He's a man now.
No, that's exactly how I saw it. It was
I'm
no
a man
difference from Prince of Queens claiming that he was a man now. It was pointless. It was speech for the sake of speech, essentially. It was not so much an excuse as, hey, I have to say something right now.
I gotta save face because I just cried in front of a few thousand people.
Exactly.
Yeah, as his chat
he couldn't come
out.
up with like, I'm crying because there's dust in the air. My eyes are watering. He came up with, Andy's a man now. It's
Overcome with happiness for him.
It's what you do when you have nothing else to say. You just spurt out the first words that come to mind. Andy, man, adult, got it. That's why.
That, and he's not raising his own children. Aw.
We're not supposed to bring that up, a Gluck.
Hey, you called me a Gluck, so I'm gonna bring it up. Some other man's out there cucking him with his whatever, the other.
Well, no,
12,
if someone
12
else
wives.
if you've got a kid and then someone else is investing all their time and their resources into raising your kid, they're kind of the one that got cucked, ain't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
They're
definition.
like
you don't know if somebody
they're donating to your fucking
it
sperm.
could be just the mother.
I guess the case would be made that she did lower her standards to have sex with JF, so there's got to be some beta raising JF's children.
Hey,
that's
Finer,
the
Finer,
game
how
of
many
Tom
kids
Finer.
you got right now? Any of them speak French?
Sorry?
Great
I'm sorry,
reaction.
what? No, I didn't hear you because people were talking.
I said, how many kids you got, and do any of them speak French?
I have no kids. I have a dog.
Doesn't speak
And
French.
she speaks... No. She
Does he
speaks
kind of
Coon.
look like JF Gary Epi?
Well, she does have droopy eyes.
We know a couple things about that guy's standards, and we can extrapolate.
Aww. Does it do Nazi salutes?
She does not, no. But
Dude,
she does cry a lot.
Oh,
She
okay.
might be
So
an SJW.
oh, well, she could be an SJW, or she could be JF's child.
Like I said, she does have droopy eyes.
I know a Gluck. You don't like the whole blood sports crowd all that much, right?
No, I mean, I don't like certain members of the blood sports crowd.
No, okay. So you're similar to me. Like I like the vast majority of them. Disagree with them frequently, but I like most of them. There are a couple that I don't, and JF, Baked Alaska, and for the most part, Andy are some of those, right?
Yeah, but you're talking about Pastor Alaska now. Get it correct, please.
That makes it worse.
All right. Like, if you're going to give him his terms, you have to be baptized by your Lord and Savior, Baked Alaska. Okay.
Motherfucker, hey, I can spend 15 minutes and I'll come back and you will call me Reverend Schmeckel.
Well, throw on the white necktie. You got a hat. You're good.
In the name of the
we
Father,
got
of the
$5
Son.
from Jordan Carey. Schmeckel, you and Zell all good. I heard some shit on Kumite is why I ask. Also, sup motherfuckers. Jordan Carey, Zell and I are all good. We do have a disagreement, actually, concerning JF. But we'll be taking it up either on the Kumite within the next couple days, or
You should go
I
on war
guess the
ski
next
now.
time. The next
You
time
should
we
go
get
on war ski now against Zell.
or Warski. If Warski wants to book that. Actually, no. If I go on Warski, I got the advantage. I don't want that. No, go on the Kumite where people like Zell and hate me. That's where I want to fight him.
So you want to be the Rocky. You're trying to set yourself up for that big comeback punch.
If he dies, he dies.
Oh shit! And Bob Dobbs actually just pointed out I missed one of his super chats too. He was explaining the one before. It was off topic. I was apologizing for not making tunes for you yet. The hashtag was topical, and I wanted to give you money. So it's Bob Dobbs who has a girl. That's a fair excuse.
A guy on the internet has a girl?
I'll always put getting your dick wet before giving me music that I'm not paying for.
Either that or I don't understand how you're spending money here when you got a girl, because don't they rob you of everything?
You know, from what I've heard, Bob Dobbs has an incredible knob. So he's probably doing all right.
So, aside from the Andy stuff, like in the blood sports community, the only thing for me that kind of throws me is how, JF brought over his, ethno state loving fans. And that's what kind of tossed me out of it, was that stuff. Because it's just like, I mean, you can have your beliefs, but that just throws me for like, it doesn't appeal to me,
I can certainly see it not appealing to you. Like I don't like every fucking show they put on. I don't watch most of the current shit.
The science stuff was actually pretty solid. Then that's the stuff that I enjoyed the most.
No, it's a good show. We're run by decent people. There are some people in there that I can't agree with.
That's fair.
The ones I listed. It's not an issue with the show. It's a specific issue with people.
The personnel.
Exactly. Like Andy can be entertaining as shit. Doesn't mean he's not also sometimes a little bitch.
Wang, was curious. You've been on the Kumite, yeah?
Yeah.
And what was your guys' topic over there, or what were you arguing, or?
Here's the thing, like I kind of show up like and just like kind of like chill. Like I don't have any beef with anybody. I kind of like I remember like the first time I started talking with those guys, and I'm like, man, I would love to come on and like fight somebody, but like I don't have any problems right now. I'm even like friends with a lot of guys that they don't like and guys that don't like them, but it hasn't been a problem for me. So it's what would happen a few times actually. I would be shooting the shit with Failure on his initial stream, and then just like stay in the room and chill through Kumite. The last time it was kind of just laughing at that mundane mad blue check situation.
Yeah, God, I don't understand mundane.
You don't understand mundane mad.
No, I understand.
Mundane mad is like he's like a factory. He bangs out videos on like every fucking topic. Well, he has his like podcast or stream that he just chops up into things. That's it. It's just kind of like a conveyor belt.
Mundane Matt found a fucking format that worked for a long time until it stopped working. Then he couldn't find a new one, so he kept going with the old one. And then wonders why it's not working so well no more. And then he blames it on the people that called him out, even though it's just the fact that it's a stale fucking format.
The thing about Mundane Matt too, like because he winds up covering so much shit, that sometimes if you like see the things he posts, you'll catch something that like it's a news story that it'll be like a crazy story that no one's talking about because like there's so much shit that fell through the cracks that he found. But at the same time, it is like just having a guy read the news to you is kind of something that isn't really like a winning format on YouTube anymore.
No, and it's why like we do the Cunt News Network on Sundays, and I've had to tell them, don't fucking read the article. read a couple important lines if you need to, but talk about the fucking article. Don't read it verbatim. They don't need you to read the whole fucking article. You can link it below.
I mean, to Monday Matt's credit too, at least unlike Maddox, he doesn't lose a few hundred subscribers every time he streams.
Yeah.
Who's losing a few hundred subscribers every time they stream?
Maddox.
Oh yeah, well Maddox was dead before I started YouTube. I under a different name like years ago, about a decade ago actually now I guess. I knew Maddox.
Really?
And even then, he had peaked and he had started to fall. It was around the time he started to do the YouTube shit, transitioned from the written shit to the videos.
He had a few videos that were like, they were good videos. I remember the Spider Woman one was a big one.
Oh yeah,
That was a good
the Spider Woman one, the one about the guy who fucked the table, where he actually figured out which neighbor it was that reported him. He had some good videos, but at that point, his career had gone downhill. His books had already started to, drop in sales, and that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, they posted like somebody posted sales statistics for his new book, and it's like really, I think it sold like something like 5. Nobody quote me on this because I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think it was something like 5,000 units since release.
Jesus, and how long's it been out?
I want to say it came out last year, I think.
Yeah, it's because you got to get with the times, man. And
He tried to, and he failed.
yeah, I'm looking at his social blade. He's on a constant
Yeah.
negative. That's fucking insane.
See, here's the thing.
A lot of
They-
that is not because of his content. It's because of the way he acted like a little bitch with Dick and the
the way
legal
he
police. And
he tried to make a restraining order that prevented people on the internet from making fun of him.
yeah, the way that he essentially dropped all the balls he ever claimed to have and came out flat out as, yeah, I'm not Maddox the pirate. Or George Uza, however the fuck you say that name.
Be careful if you say it. You might get sued.
Uzanunian, I think. Uzanian? Uzarian. I'm gonna
Is he
get him.
Armenian?
I don't know what he is.
Just say orangutan.
Oh,
George Orangutan. Hairless motherfucker.
that's a slap to your kind, though, Schmeckle.
No, I am an ape, a proper ape.
He's a go-go gorilla.
My ass is not purple. It's the difference between me and Maddox.
So he's a baboon.
He's got a purple ass and a yellow belly.
And he's still rocking that Che picture, you know? The 90s called, they want their fucking logo back. God.
I mean, he's never changed it, so you can't really blame him for that. It's just the original logo. But he's been a little bitch lately. He's been an absolute fucking pussy.
Wait, what? My friend just like sent me something about Medicare's podcast on Sunday, the Medicast.
Yeah, I was trying to grab him in because, you know, it'd be one of those things where he could talk about the Andy shit and give his toss. And I thought Medicare doesn't do any content except for jump on people's streams.
No, Medicare
he
makes
does some. He does
makes some pretty decent videos, minus the sound.
He's great.
Like he's got some really good shit.
Like that he was the only person who jumps in people's streams and doesn't, you know, make content because, I mean, probably because it's been a while. Does he make his shit sporadically?
Pretty sporadically.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he has had recent shit. He put out some videos about the Liz and Zeph shit, the Kraut shit. It was all tied into that.
Yeah, the crouch head was 4 videos, which were, forgive me for saying this, glorious.
No,
Absolutely glorious.
my face is in a Medica video, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Why
I
is
feel
it a
like
Medica
that's
video?
that's generally a bad thing.
Why is it in there?
Yeah.
Just someone's asking.
The Zephynorrean emotional connection. I was the guy in the top hat who asked him the question that led to that.
Oh, gotcha. See, I was actually looking through his
let's
content
be
the
honest.
other day because I feel like he covered. I wanted to make a video about Project Chanology, and I feel like that's something he would have covered at some point, but I can't find it.
Is
He did it, I
Project
think, when he was
Chanology
Internet
still a thing?
Historian.
That's another thing from a decade ago.
Okay, that's why I can't find it then. Because I didn't
Oh,
want to
shit.
like present it the same way he presented it. Because I kind of, you know what happened? Like I was looking at the Dankula protests, and I saw some cringy fucking signs from there, and it kind of got me thinking about how like there's like this whole like lineage of internet armies that are cringy as fuck, and the genesis of it, in my opinion, was Project Chanology.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
think-
fairly accurate.
I think Jim did a video about Chanology, but that was when he was either Internet Historian or Jim81 Jim, like a long time ago.
How long ago does he still have those channels, or did he fully drop and switch them over?
He switched
They're
him over,
done.
but there's a channel called Medicare Archive that
Yeah,
you can
they're
check out
archived.
and has a lot of his old content there.
I haven't been following him that long. I do like his stuff, and I just heard that it was always a running joke that people, when he was brought into the streams, that he's the guy who is on almost every single stream except for the fact that he makes no content. People were kind of poking at him.
Hey,
My
Schmeckle, I
friend
just sent
actually
you a
just hit me
DM.
up, like saying like, yeah, like the guy who pointed out that he posted about Metacast. He's like, yeah, so basically the past 6 months have been a big viral marketing campaign for Metacast.
Eventually, and it's going to pan out massively, because you got to think, like, with the way he's swapped this, and he's using this big breakup as promo. Fucking smart as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, why not?
So, Justin, what do you focus on? Like, what's your YouTube stick?
Recently, for the most part, it's been like obscure internet stories and mysteries, video game mysteries. I have some like weird gaming content coming up like that. It's more like, for a while I was doing a lot of the trending topics and social issues and trending political controversies and outrages. But I got to a point, actually, like kind of talking about that genre, where it's like, did I get into this so I could fucking sit here and read the news to people? Like, I'm at that point, I'm just making it a job that's not creatively fulfilling for me, so I might as well just get a real job.
Yeah,
But the stuff I'm doing now, it's more challenging, but I like it a lot more.
yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know, the whole mentality of trying to do stuff you enjoy, I think, is the best way to go about it. Because I could dive into this whole IBS things, because I enjoy debate, I enjoy talking with people, but the problem is I don't know if I'd have fun doing it, like, for the mentality that they're pulling.
See, like, I suck at debating. I'm like the guy that thinks of like the best thing to say like an hour later in the shower. So like, I'm not cut out for that, but I love like sitting in on those streams, just being like, on the days where it has like that Opie and Anthony kind of vibe. I love those days. I'm always like having fun chilling on those streams on those kinds of episodes.
Super chat earlier from Mr. LM002. Wait, does Zell hate you now or something? F Skynet. No.
No. Zell does not hate me now. Zell and I are still good. We just we very much disagree on something. So
We also have Wosley in the
we're gonna
chat.
fight about it.
What do you disagree about?
The JF shit. He thinks that my stance on JF is unreasonable. That being that whether or not he was arrested for it, the information that we have is that JF has admitted to fucking this girl, and 2 courts have decided that she is incapable of consenting to such. My stance essentially is that he's innocent in the same way that OJ is.
Here's the thing I don't necessarily like about that, because I understand, like, I don't know how that court case panned out, but essentially, like, it's a thing where, like, he got away with it or whatever, right? Is what you're saying. But then what that means at the same time is that if he wasn't issued a penalty from the court, then we wind up in this murky area where it's like, oh, well, if we're still going to kind of like give him a sentence in the court of public opinion that's not a part of the legal system,
Exactly.
what exactly is that sentence? Is it just like he's blacklisted from everything forever, or what?
No, I don't think we should go that far at all. I think it's just something that should be kept in mind. He was not penalized by the court systems because the decision was made after the sex. But he has still, without a doubt, according to him himself, had sex with this girl. I'm not saying it's something that we should persecute him for. It's just something to keep in mind about the guy.
Gotcha.
It
Are,
definitely colors your
any
opinions
of the
on him, for
actions
sure.
that any of the rest of us do, right?
It definitely colors your opinions of him for sure.
Basically, it's like it's not necessarily that you want anybody to take that out on him in any kind of like specific actionable way. Just kind of be like, yo, you just want people to understand that you think of this is not a good dude.
Exactly. It's something that, in my eyes, proves he's a shitty guy. That's about the extent of it.
Gotcha.
He's like, again, she was declared to be mentally incapable after the relationship and all that, but I find it really hard to believe that he didn't know. Like, you don't spend that much time around a girl who's mentally incapable. 11 to 13, according to the courts, mentally, and not realize it.
Well, and that's the big argument. You got to think about it is if he had to realize it, one, because he's high intellect, and two, it's like you can notice these things in a human. Like, if you're supposed to be as smart as you claim to be, and then you try to play this part, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm sorry.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
The thing I've seen incredibly intelligent people with PhDs, stick a fork into a plugged-in toaster. Being smart doesn't mean that you're capable of making decisions in life. It just means that you're educated or that you're intelligent. Doesn't
And
mean that you have
nobody
common
can
sense.
deny, I should say, nobody can deny that JF is both intelligent and educated.
Oh yeah.
He's proven both of those things.
But he's not smart. And that's
And
an argument that I've had with people.
That's
book
the
smart.
fucking point. He's not a smart guy. He is intelligent in such a way that he language barriers taken into consideration. Speaks well. He
Is a language barrier? Hold on. I've never noticed.
never. But he speaks well. He he's got a lot of facts memorized, a lot of numbers, statistics. shit like that. As far as applying them, as far as applying basic common sense, as far as at least according to the shit I've read, the court cases, the custody case, the psychiatrist during the custody case. He's and of course what I've seen on Worski Live. He's not so
But-
good at applying this knowledge.
Yeah, it's like we said before. He's got problems interpreting social cues, in my opinion. You know, and possibly.
Asperger?
I don't even know if it's just social cues though.
Like,
I-
can you think of anything that happened that made you specifically think that? Because that would be interesting to take a look at.
In terms of him unable to interpret social cues,
Yeah.
taking Ralph retort from the stream.
Okay.
Or
I think that's classic.
getting really pissed off when Failure, who he'd known for quite a while, kicked him from the stream.
No, Failure, like, he did that as like a joke, right? Or
Oh,
did he?
yeah, that's how Failure does anything. as
Yeah,
a
that's
joke.
what I would think. I didn't see it, but I just knowing Failure, I assumed he did it as a joke.
And JF should have known that, having interacted
I
with
see what you're saying.
Failure on many occasions. But he took it
Hey,
as a
Dave.
serious thing. He came in fucking flat-faced, pissed off,
Damn.
booted Failure, and then started talking to Andy about how we had an agreement from the start, or when we started Worski Live. Apparently they started Worski Live. But when we started Worski Live, that if somebody was booting people, then they were banned.
You're muted, Dave, by the way.
Day, you're muted.
I can't hear you.
Can't
You
hear
can
you.
see, she said,
I can see
God
her
damn it.
It's
frustration.
all right, Day. You just sit there and
And-
look pretty.
Yeah, but she can't show up on, she's not showing up on the actual screen, and all of us logos, except for Justin here, we're not making it look very pretty in here.
I refuse to turn on my camera just for Day.
Does she have a mute button on her mic?
Yeah, does your mic have a mute button?
She's
Nope,
actually
she's saying one
on,
moment.
the
Hang on.
Hangouts end. She's just
saying one
she's
moment.
incapable. She dates Roy from Very Nearly Vile. What do you expect?
I wish that the people watching this could see her facial expressions because it's communicating everything that needs to be communicated.
No, they can see it. They can see it at
It's
the
just a
bottom
baby
there.
box. It's just a baby
Schmeckle,
box.
Schmeckle, present her to
Yeah,
everyone.
I'm gonna blow it up so they can see it. Day. Well, why can't you figure out the sound, Day?
Try and refreshing your window. Try and refreshing it.
It's a little
Come
button
out,
at the
come in.
top. It looks like a microphone. You just gotta click it.
Ooh, oh, wait. I
Oh.
love the Megadeth shirt, by the way. I really dig it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Two tiny
Fuck.
Asian boners.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, sorry, both of you. I've barely met both of you recently, and I feel like an asshole. My white pride.
That's okay, a Gluck.
Day says her everything is fucking up, and she'll be right back.
Nope, can't hear you.
For fuck's sake, Day, really?
Nope.
It's
Not even a
not that
whisper.
hard.
Okay, the plug goes into the computer, Day.
And anyone in here sound enough with technology to communicate this with
Well, here, actually,
American Sign
I'm
Language?
pretty sure. I'm
Sign
pretty sure I
language
can
for
read
her.
lips. Day, you just say what you guys say, and I'll translate.
Yeah, speak your speech.
You're a beautiful man, Schmeckle. Not as beautiful as Roy, but this is how big his penis is. Finger sized. No, that's not what I was saying. You've confused me. One
What
second.
kind of mic does she have?
Looks like a Yeti.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like she's wearing a headset. And if those are just headphones, then I'd understand. But do they have a mic built into them, and the two mics are fighting with each other?
Technical difficulty stream. Rename the stream right now, Schmeckel.
Day.
It's breakups are fun. Andy Worski and JF are no longer banging each other, and Day has issues with a mic.
When I used to have the blue snowball, I would have this issue where like USB wouldn't. It would kind of like move a little bit and just die from that.
Yeah, that's because the connectors on the Blue Snowball are garbage.
Yep.
Basically, the only benefit you get upgrading to the Yeti is a better cable.
Mhm.
Because they're basically the same microphone. But yeah, you do definitely get a better cable.
I say we have some people go raid Ralph's stream and tell him it's much cooler in here. All right.
Everybody's streaming right now, right? You got
Yeah, of course. After that Andy shit, everyone's on this.
This is the night. I know, like my dude who was like telling me about the Medicare thing. He was like flipping back between like 2 or 3 streams while we were talking. I'm just my brain can't take in like all the things at once. I've been, you know what it is? I've been waiting for clip channels to kind of clip shit out, and then when I look, they're not up yet. So I'm like, oh fuck, I'm just missing everything.
Yeah, no, that's all I do now. If you're gonna have streams that are like 4 to 5 hours, or even like 2 hours, then I'm gonna wait for the clips. Otherwise, I'm just gonna miss it.
Yeah, 'cause I find myself skipping.
Like when I'm at work, I'll listen to them because then I have so much downtime when I actually am on one of these jobs, so I can sit and listen to a stream for a while. Or like
Yep, that's when I tune into the Kumite. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
At work.
Yeah, I do the
is
same with a
cool.
lot
It's
of
cool.
other creators.
Yeah,
it kind of brings back that morning radio vibe. I like it.
I got one of those fucking jobs where I only need to show up once a week, once a month, rather. I'm more deadlines than schedule. My thing with not being able to catch the Kumite is I'm either with my kid or enjoying sleeping in because I'm not with my kid. So I usually catch like the second half. Also, Bob Dobbs for $2. I think this is directed at Day. Says, check if your cables are fully in. Reset otherwise. There you go. I'm getting money for you to get advice, Day. It is fantastic.
What?
I think she's reset.
Sam!
And she's gone.
Oh, Sam, what's
And
good?
she's back. You got to speak in order for us to hear you, Day.
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 Yeah, say
Day.
something.
Can you hear me?
Clicking.
Oh,
Yeah.
there she is.
Oh.
I fixed it. It's my stupid microphone isn't working if I have the audio, the speakers, and the microphone set to the same thing because I was listening to it through it and talking through it. Whenever I record anything, if I want to, like in Audacity recently, I don't know, it's a problem that's just come up. So I started listening through my speakers, my external speakers, and now it works. Fuck.
Is that
what, so
Day,
what
is
about
that
this
a-
shit
is
show,
that a-
guys?
is that a system shirt on you?
No, it's a Megadeth shirt.
It's it was commented on earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Finer.
No,
who
I'm
commented on
asking.
it,
I'm
too.
asking. There's a point to it. Is this the system is failed shirt?
No. No. What?
Day.
I see where you're going with that.
I don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm low IQ. I belong.
Oh, you're
Team Worski.
Now he's asking if it was system. You're dumb. You were Andy Worski, Day.
That's the joke I just made, Schmeckle. So who's dumb now?
Yeah, that's actually a fair point. I'm Andy Worski too.
Fuck yeah.
we're Team Worski all the way.
We're all Andy Worski.
Yeah, better than fucking, the potato molester.
But no,
Where did that come
what do you
from,
think
the
of
potato?
him breaking up with
Thank you.
Day? Breaking up with JF, Day.
I think it's about time. I think it's been a long time coming. They've clashed over and over. It's always contentious between them. There's this weird awkwardness, and you listen to Andy on the Kumite, and he's having a great time. He gets on his show. He's a little sulky child. He doesn't know what's going on, and it's a long time coming. And JF's going on saying it's the Kumite's fault, and like everybody was saying that Warski was JF's puppet, right? But now JF's saying that Warski is the Kumite's puppet. It's like the dude has. I know he's easily manipulated, but he has a mind of his own, and I think that on the Kumite he felt more himself.
Yeah,
with-
but the comparison kind of brings up something interesting. JF joined Warski's stream,
Right.
and people told Warski from the start, JF is taking over your fucking stream.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where Andy was like, yeah, JF, you're taking over my fucking stream. Fuck off.
Yeah.
At the start of when Andy joined the Kumite, he was, to a degree, taking it over. And people complained about it.
Mhm.
And now Andy Warski is he's the fucking butt of jokes on the Kumite.
Mhm.
He is no longer running that shit. They didn't have to chase him off, but he knows his place now. I feel like Andy should have done to JF what Tonka did to Andy.
Yeah, but JF's not Andy though. He couldn't do that to JF. That's the
Well,
difference.
no,
Andy's Andy. So pretty much anybody can do that to Andy. To be
I
fair.
don't think I mean, Andy is a bitch. Andy is a little bitch. That's
Well, he's too
I think
nice.
I think you're all underestimating Andy a little bit here. I'll play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I think Andy is a lot smarter than he lets on.
I think he's smart. I think he's a pussy. I
That
think
may
he's
be the
more than
case.
willing to let people run his shit, and then when criticized for it, make excuses for how they're not actually running it.
I'm not saying Andy's dumb by any means. I think he is smart. But I think he is easily affected by other people's opinions. I'll just say that.
But no, I think obviously it's a different situation. It was a lot easier for Tonka to squish Andy than for Andy to squish JF. JF is obviously very high on himself. Andy, not so high on himself. He kind of just pretends to be. But I feel like there should have at least been that confrontation. It probably would have either solved things a lot earlier or else maybe eased tensions so that things could be going smoothly by now. It was something he should have squashed out rather than having to bring it to a head with a public live stream firing or quitting or however you qualify that.
Well, I don't think it was meant to get that far. I from what Andy was saying after the fact and everything is that he was trying to have the conversation and behind the scenes and not bring it on the show and, work on it. But it was the way Jeff was going about it with the whole running a stream, just mad bashing Andy. And you didn't really hear Andy bashing JF like that. Other people would tell Andy things like, hey, Jeff's running your show. He's treating you like shit. He's disrespectful. But
No,
You
I'm
never
sorry.
had Andy
If
doing
you got balls, the first of those three issues should be the only issue.
well, yeah, and that's
He's
the
running
problem
your
is he
show,
wouldn't step up.
He's talking shit, etc. Running the show, yeah, that's a fucking issue. Yeah, Gluck, I'm thinking of making you a co-host on one of the Gunstream shows. You can talk as much fucking shit on me as you want.
But
that's not something that I'm gonna get pissy about. Oh,
there's a
I'll
but.
fight with
So,
you on
but-
this shit
but
if
you would
it's
kick my ass?
incorrect. Oh, like I'll fight with you on this shit if it's incorrect. But he's talking shit all the time. That shouldn't be a major issue.
But
The big
Schmecker,
issue
what
should
you
be
do not
he's taking
understand
over
about
your fucking
JF
show.
What you do not understand about JF is that he is an academic. He likes to stuff his own farts. He
Well,
likes
yes,
to-
I have not understood that JF is not only is he an academic, he likes to smell his own farts because they actually smell like chocolate pudding. He is a genius. He was born inside the heart of a god who was sired by another god who was fucked by a
pardon me,
demigod,
Schmecker, but you are
but
wrong.
their
I am
father
JF Gary
was a
K.
god.
You must
And it is
understand
why
that my
JF
mother-
has come out with such a perfect hairline, such a perfect trim jaw, such a rippling six-pack abs. He is the
Schmecker, you are
perfect
making too
example
much
of
fun
a
of me.
man.
You are making too much fun of me. Do you not understand that my father and my mother were Marie Curie and Albert Einstein? Here is what you are forgetting about this. As
I
die,
am very
am
sorry
the
about this,
foremost-
JF. I do not want for you to push litigation. This was not defamation. This was just
the
basic
JFs.
insults.
gas the
Well,
JFs.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, day, because if you look at the Jewish question in German, it's Judenfrage. JF.
Oh. Does anybody else think that JF sleeps in that checkered suit he wears?
What?
Does anybody else think that JF sleeps in that checkered suit he wears all the time?
I would
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you can only
bothers
afford
me.
one suit, why do
That-
you pick the checkered
Well,
one?
It bothers me
Hang on.
so much.
He definitely sleeps in those old timey pajamas, like
It's
fucking
not even
Geppetto.
properly checkered. It's like stupid diamond shit.
Do you guys know that what his
Turn up your mic.
Oh, I can't. Do you guys know what his claim to fame is?
What?
Raping a
Andy
potato.
Worski's show.
Raping a potato.
No, he's the foremost fish brain surgeon in the world, apparently.
Oh,
At least
that's
that's what he
why
said on
he
my show.
knows that that salmon don't have dicks or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's what he got famous for, is because he said that fish don't get pregnant because crowds of fucking
That's
retard.
it.
Oh God.
He made
Move your
such a
face
simple statement.
closer to the microphone.
Yeah, Pod, we
Dave's
can't
got it
hear
right
you.
there.
Sorry. Hang on.
Yeah, Pod, how do you never mind.
Peace, motherfuckers.
Now that's fucking based.
Oh
Oh
God.
God.
No, well, where the fuck did that statement come from? I've heard that so many times in the past couple weeks, and I don't
Oh, yeah,
care
it
to
came
look for
from,
where it came from.
That was his super chat thing, where every time somebody gave him a super chat, is like, "No, that's what I call based." And then at some point, he's trying to have a conversation with Jim, and people keep on sending in super chats, and Jim is getting interrupted and getting pissed.
That's fucking
That was
base.
fucking funny.
Yep, it's Baked Alaska's fucking talk. I could see if he was streaming on Twitch. You're on YouTube, motherfucker. You don't need that shit.
Yeah, you don't need your 2016 memes on YouTube.
Oh, God, dude.
It's like Cog streaming it. You acting like a nigga mate. I'm like, oh God, every two.
Well, that one's funny. I'm sorry.
They're all
No,
funny.
Wait, was
sorry,
that
I'm
his,
not,
his
I'm
super
not
chat song?
supposed to say anything mean about Cog, but
Pardon me.
actually, I won't. I'm
Wait, is that his
on my
super
side.
I'm
chat?
not talking shit about Cog. I'm saying that the super chat thing coming up is disruptive to the flow of conversation.
Hold on.
You mean the Texas beach?
Hold on. What were you saying, Justin? Hold on, guys. What were you saying?
Oh, no, I was just asking if that's like actually his super chat sound.
For Cog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sargon
he's-
saying
he's
you're acting
got-
like a nigga mate.
Yeah.
It's Sargon saying it?
You guys didn't know that? Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That Sargon like remark was so awkward. It's pretty funny to have that as your fucking super chat sound.
Remark.
Because it was such like in like, hey guys, I could be edgy too.
Just keep acting like a nigga, mate.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
Pod,
good.
what do you
No, that's
think of the
JF.
breakup?
That's JF. Get it right. We have JF on the stream right now, guys.
Fake JF. How do you think about how do you feel about you and Andy breaking up?
Listen to me. Andy Worski is a little bitch. He does not know how to lick the woman's vajayjay.
You gotta cry more.
He is a cook. He does not know anything about the French. He does not know that we love to retreat. I miss him.
Does anybody
so
have a
much.
napkin?
There is a reason that I have not let him stick his dick inside my retarded girlfriend.
You gotta stop.
I have seen it, and I know that it is beer. What you do not understand is that Kevin Logan's a big bully too. He's a big bully, and he made me.
What do you think about that Aiden Paladin versus Kevin Logan?
I can't say anything about that without
I
being horribly mean to Aiden and Kevin and Cog
I can be,
and a little bit to Pod. Maybe.
What, you don't want to talk about that on a stream?
No, I'll talk
No,
about it.
it would be a terrible thing for me to say that I think she was entirely looking for sympathy with that fucking suicide thing, because it was completely unreasonable considering all Kevin Logan did was make, yes, an incorrect statement, but not something that equated to any of the claims she made. She sat there and first she sent that message to Cog saying, Kevin Logan has started a campaign to destroy me. And yes, they spoke through that and they came to a conclusion on it. No, he didn't do that. She had misspoken. Cog had misunderstood, whatever it was.
Well, she said that, and then immediately after, she said that somebody contacted her employer, and Cog misconstrued that as Kevin Logan contacted her.
Well, yeah. But then she later went on to accusing Kevin, and everybody in the stream, Cog and Vamp, went along with her on this, saying that he had accused her of a crime. And the fact is, in the country she lives in, and the country he lives in, that is not a crime.
What is not a crime?
What she did was
Holocaust denial.
Holocaust denial.
No, Holocaust is not a crime.
What she did essentially was said, hey, this is illegal in some countries in the fucking world, so you've accused me of a crime.
Yeah, it got super conflated. Let's be honest.
I don't know how saying that.
Reaching to the extreme.
What I don't understand is how anyone got that was a denial of the Holocaust.
Oh no,
That's the thing.
Kevin Logan was stupid for
Which
making that.
Kevin Logan's always stupid, which I'm not surprised because he's fucking Kevin Logan.
But
the
there was
potato man.
a period in that fucking stream where he was winning because they were sitting there saying, hey, you accused her of a fucking crime, and he was saying, no, I didn't fucking do that. Here's the evidence.
I didn't call her. I didn't say that she was a Holocaust denier. I only said that she was a Holocaust denier.
No.
What you don't understand,
that's not the part of the argument I'm talking about. I'm talking about where they were saying flat out, mainly Aiden, but Cog and Vamp were agreeing with it. You accused me of a crime, which he did not do by either of their country's standards.
Okay, well, that's a
It
fair
is
enough statement.
reaching to the extreme.
That's fair, but that was also not the
Because
gist of the
you can
stream.
sit there
Yeah,
and
that's-
say,
exactly.
That's fine, but I think you're grasping at straws there. Yes,
Like, the thing
Yes.
is that they conflated the issue there, and now you're conflating it as to say, like, oh, they said that he could accused her of something that could be a crime, and like it's all just getting, it's like telephone get blown out of proportion. Kevin Logan was
I think
wrong
it's
that
well,
she's a Holocaust
No,
denier.
if
the
I may-
words you literally said were, you accused me of a crime.
Yes, in
if
the
I-
beginning of the stream, and then they moved on from that point.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
not,
but she no until the
She's
point that
very
Kevin
dramatic. She-
point that Kevin left, she continued with that point.
Can you blame her for being dramatic? She's only been doxxed like 17 times.
Oh, I did.
Says she's
I
been
can
doxxed 17
certainly
times.
understand
17
dramatism.
times.
She's
I
only been
can't
doxxed
look
by
at it as an
Destiny.
excuse.
Fucking poll.
Right quick, how can you get doxxed 17 times? Once you doxxed, aren't you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What do you
No,
mean?
I
You can
mean,
be
if it
redoxed.
if it doesn't make it out there publicly, like if it's not widespread information, I could see how the second time might be offensive, and then if it's still not widespread, the third, right?
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like she got doxxed by got doxxed by Destiny the first time back in like 2016, and then she got doxxed again by him a few months ago, and then Poll doxxed her and released it to Poll, and then if I'm not mistaken, I think Kevin Logan's fans doxed her but last week, or some SJWs.
I don't think she got doxxed this time. If I correct me
No,
if I'm wrong.
No, I don't know.
did-
That's what
she
I
did
had heard.
certainly say that she was. I don't know whether or not she was.
I mean, it's
but
very
it's
plausible
something that was
considering-
definitely brought up.
I mean, you got to look at who we're dealing with here. These are the same people who think that doxing Bering was completely okay, and
But
doxing all these other people was completely okay. But
you always have to. You have to look. at this,
one second. Well, we
Go for
got
it.
$2 from Bob Dobbs. He says it's a crime in the UK, hate speech.
What
Bob
is it a
Dobbs.
crime, though?
Absolutely nobody in the UK has been convicted for Holocaust denial, except for one person who was not convicted in the UK. He was extradited back to Germany for Holocaust denial there, and he fled to the UK. Still wrong to extradite him, but not illegal in the UK, at least as far as precedent goes.
And Snubber 13, don't they consider doxing releasing info with malicious intent?
yes, that's completely what it is.
So, but then the begs the question of, okay, why? Okay, don't disassociate everything about yourself on the internet with anything that could harm you. Like, I don't have my actual work information anywhere.
I can take a picture of your face and look up that stuff. It's not hard.
No, because I'm not on my work's website. I'm not associated with anything there. I don't associate
Facebook?
with my social media. Yes,
Yeah.
I have Facebook,
You
but
get a picture of your face on Facebook?
I do not have it posted where I work and never have on there.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, do you have a picture of your face on Facebook?
He can find your real name, Adam.
I can find your name, and then through that, I can find different things out.
And fucking does
It's
a
not-
reverse
that's-
Google search.
You're
That's
talking about digging into, like, looking into the picture and stuff, but what I'm saying is you wouldn't be able to find out my work information.
I don't need to find out your work information. She's
So that's
she's
one of the
a
big things. That's one of the big things they love to do is go after your job.
okay. Well, that's
So
you.
if-
That's not other people. And the thing
Yeah,
is
well,
that a
that's
lot of the time
they're
they don't even use
associating it with their social media,
That's the
like
thing,
morons.
but a lot of the time, if your social media is not connected, they can still look you up, especially if your picture's posted on a website. That's what they did to the guy who was the Antifa member that hit somebody with a bike lock a few months ago, is that his face was plastered all over a school's website, and they looked up his face through the through Poll's
The
magical
powers
ways.
of autism.
Yeah, through the powers of weaponized autism, and they ended up finding his face, and that's how he got arrested and fired from his job. What I'm saying to you is it does not matter if it's on your Facebook, if it's on your Twitter, if it's on whatever, is that you can still be found if there is a photo of you associating you with not only your job, but with your location or the city that you're in.
Yeah. No, I wasn't disagreeing that. I'm just saying if you're so worried about that, disassociate yourself. Like, in the sense of my work wanted to put up me on their website, and I said no, thank you. I don't take group
Disassociate
pictures.
your online persona.
To separate the stuff I do online from the real world. And yeah, my old information will be on there, but I've never updated addresses.
Yeah, but that, okay, so with that might actually hinder your furthering of your career, though. Possibly.
I don't think how easy
My
it is
work
to search for Gluck specifically really impacts.
No, but what I'm
False
asking is if
argument.
these people are so worried about all these things, why do we not, like, why don't they disassociate themselves from things?
Because people don't think about that whenever they make a YouTube account.
Yeah,
That
I
was like
think
the first
people will
thing that
make
came to my mind.
This Justin guy here has his face literally on this stream right now. I'm assuming he
Justin
has a YouTube
is a
channel.
fucking white boy with blonde hair. That's the fake avatar he got off. Yeah, it's actually a picture of me.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a picture.
actually
That's a lie.
He stole
I've
that
seen your
from
face,
my
that's a
fucking
lie.
Instagram.
Steve Aoki.
Steve, yeah, that's what I was about to fucking say.
I get
Got
that
any
like,
pie?
at
Wait a
least
minute.
once a day, at least.
Where have I seen your face before?
That's what I was asking before the fucking stream. Where have I seen your fucking face before?
I just get around.
You were on a stream.
It's Justin Wang. He was on the Kumite. He's got a fairly big YouTube channel.
Probably why. That's probably where I've seen him from.
Yeah.
That's probably it. He was on the Kumite.
I think a lot of people, though, they'll make a YouTube channel or something like that with no expectation that anyone will ever fucking care about it. So I think that's kind of a lot of where that comes from, too. It kind of...
Exactly.
It'll expand, like, out of your control.
Yeah,
and plus you have
just
people...
curious.
And plus, the other thing, right, is that especially a few years ago, like back in 2016, 2015, a lot of the people who were in this little tight-knit community of ours, a lot of them started dating each other or became friends with each other or started hanging out in real life. So a lot of people know each other's details. And then, sometimes people let stuff slip on accident. It's not,
that's why I came onto YouTube with my real name, Schmeckle. Because one day I knew I'd be dating the Politipod. And I'd be sticking it deep in that tight asshole, and I wanted him to know my real name.
Damn right.
I didn't want to have any of those awkward introductions when we met up. I just wanted Ooga fucking Ooga.
What you don't understand is that Schmeckle's last name is actually Cuntstream. His name is Schmeckle Cuntstream.
It's true. It's how I named both my channels.
It's like, what is that, a Jewish Australian?
Jewish Australia. Just like the Finer Prince, first name is Finer and his last name is Print.
Actually, it's the.
It's the name. It's the, and your middle name's Finer.
Yep.
Are you German?
I'm of the Tonka school of thought here. Yeah, the Finer. I'm of the Tonka school of thought here. I don't have friends online.
No
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
No new friends.
I guess I don't really either. Now that I think about
I have friends.
Man, I thought we was friends, Dave.
I literally had a meetup with people on YouTube. It's not a bad thing to do. I mean, I don't agree with Tonka on the whole not having friends online. I think it's a smart idea, but I don't think it's not for me. I'm a friendly guy, so I like being friends with people.
100%. I'm probably gonna go to VidCon with like 100% like.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Like I don't give a shit about the convention of the panels or anything. I just want to go fucking hang out with people, have a good time.
I'm going to VidCon.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I'll see you there. So then. I'm going to be hanging out.
Roy and Lacey and everybody.
Oh, they're going too? Oh, sweet. Well, hopefully we get to see each other.
I'm only going to VidCon if Lacey agrees to share a room with me and the missus.
Jesus
Christ. We'll set that up.
He said he was bisexual. I think me and the missus count as both the sexes.
You tell me.
Oh my god.
Hold on. So he's gonna bend you over and grab the hair on your back?
Oh no! I guess
he's a gorilla that it's all
man,
hair.
But I get to be the man.
Schmeckle is the top.
Hey, he's still the gay one in the relationship. My dick goes in his ass.
Schmeckle's
a power bottom in the fact that he likes lots of power in his bottom, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, if you can hit that prostate, I'm not going to complain, Politipod.
Listen, if you ain't hitting that prostate, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Politipod, that's why we never worked out.
Please kill me.
Now the truth comes out.
How dare you share details on the internet?
4 out of the 5 or 4 out of the 6 in here are going to VidCon?
I'm going if Lacey's going.
I haven't bought my ticket yet, though. I still got to wait on this job in St. Louis.
Oh, you doxed yourself, bro.
No, I didn't. I said I'm waiting on a job in St. Louis. I did not tell them that I have a job.
Sam, I'm fucking with you, Sam.
I know, but I'm just proving you.
Yeah, we're fucking with you, Sam Hunter from Tennessee, the guy who says his name in every fucking video.
Oh, yeah. God. It's a good thing I'm not from Tennessee, though.
I'm gonna go through a list of all the jobs.
Yeah, you sound like you're from Tennessee. No, you're the Kentucky guy, not the Tennessee guy.
Justin's gonna be calling every job in St. Louis to find you.
It's gonna run down the fucking list of all.
I mean, that's the effectiveness of like doxing people on 4chan, where you have all these fucking people working towards a goal like that, where it's unmanageable for one person, but you got a bunch of obsessed people. It's pretty easy.
Can I just say something real quick about getting back to like the Aiden Paladin thing? I think that anyone who's sitting here and saying that she's a Holocaust denier is a fucking idiot. And it goes for anyone who's a friend of mine that's saying that, because that's the dumbest.
No, I don't think anybody here is saying that.
No. So get it right. So like not just the DM group, but there's been people who have been saying like idiotic shit about her. Like I was getting in a debate, Tim, right? Tim Huggins. He was calling her a Holocaust denier because she was like, well, it might be more like 4 million Jews died instead of 6 million. It's like, that doesn't sound like she's denying the Holocaust. It sounds like she's got an issue with some of the numbers, possibly, which is a fair statement considering that there were over, 30 million people who died in that war. I can guarantee you that you can't look at a deformed body that's been fucking thrown underground for several months, eaten by rats, has been malnourished for several years, and then had their head shot, and then tell me which one's which.
They did DNA tests on all the bodies, dude.
Do you not
they did
think
DNA
she
test
was
in
being
1945 on every single all
body.
20 million bodies that they found.
Okay, now I don't think she's a Holocaust denier at all,
Whoa.
but do you not think she was being a little overly dramatic?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I guess, but she does have some mental health problems. Like she said it in the past. It's not. Whenever she says something about doxing, I kind of tend to believe her because she has been doxed in the past, and I don't think she would lie about it. The whole thing that happened afterwards, though, I don't. I'm obviously very much against committing suicide. I messaged her like as soon as I saw that she was saying that stuff, and she seemed to be fine. So it wasn't much of a worry for her, but sometimes I do kind of worry for especially like friends of mine on here that are like, I'm thinking about suicide. It's like, okay, maybe we need to actually have a sit down talk.
It is worrisome, especially if you're having a YouTube career, to have it affect you that much if you do have mental issues. And I'm not saying she can control it, but I'm saying, I don't know.
Well, that's
well, no, there is a little issue I have with her little suicide claim there.
Well, that's the problem, right? Is that she's on this side of YouTube, and the thing with the SJWs and the thing with the alt-right is that they really don't give a shit about doxing. Like that's their big things, is that they like to dox people. Mm-hmm. You see it with Destiny, you saw it with Christy Winters, you see it with people like Kraut and stuff like this, these left-wing nutcases. And then you see it a little bit. I forgot who there was an alt-righter who doxed someone. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, but Pod.
Lazia.
There's a definite issue that I have with her little suicide thing.
Okay.
I apparently was wrong in my last stream, where I thought that the amount of drugs that she claimed to have taken was enough that she would need a hospital and medical treatment. And that it was unrealistic because she did not get that medical treatment and the lockdown for mental health issues, etc. It turns out the actual issue is the amount of drugs she claimed to have taken were less than some people get as a regular dosage.
Which
it was the 500 milligrams of lithium that she claimed to take in a tweet that is now deleted.
Yeah, it just seems like
basically she took according to the numbers on the bottle of pills, less than 2 pills, and tried to pass it off as a suicide attempt.
I don't know anything about that.
If I was suicidal, I'd probably down the bottle, not take.
She took 500 milligrams of
probably
lithium.
Less than double my dose, since I doubt the doctors are expecting you to cut pills in half.
Well, I mean, I didn't read that tweet. I was actually, I think I had just gotten off from drill whenever I saw that stuff, so I was kind of
she claimed, first she said, in response to, I don't know if it was Kevin Logan or one of the other SJWs, something along the lines of, all right, I'm going to kill myself. Are you happy? And then she said, I've just taken 500 milligrams of lithium, and then started typing weird like she was drunk. And then she posted a picture of the fucking bottle.
Knowing Aiden, she probably was drunk.
Milligram pills. So 500 milligrams, first off, would take work to take, but also would be harmless.
Well, one, knowing Gaiden, she probably was drunk whenever she was doing that. So there is probably some plausibility there with that. Number two, if she was drinking as she took those pills, is there any type of reactivity that those pills have with alcohol?
I'm sure there are, but it's nothing more than I've done. It's not a suicide case. It's an I'm gonna get fucked up case.
Well,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not a high enough dosage.
It doesn't matter. If you're taking alcohol with pills,
no,
a lot of the time
you got to remember, dude. Those are fucking antidepressants, anti-anxiety type shit. They ain't hardcore drugs.
No, lithium is an
1,200 milligrams is the maximum dosage.
Okay, well, hang on 1 second.
That they will give to people.
Go ahead.
Can I say something? Because I just looked it up.
Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, lithium is for bipolar usually, and it's an antipsychotic / mood stabilizer. Mm-hmm. And if you take it with alcohol, you can take it with alcohol. It just makes you dehydrated, so you have to look out for that.
Or dizziness and drowsiness and difficulty concentrating. So it's not anything that would
make you
fair enough.
Just
not impact it even more.
Fair enough.
Basically, pull it apart. 500 milligrams of lithium. 2 of her pills. If you added a little to the number she gave, would be less harmful to you than gulping a bottle of Tylenol.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a fair point. I was just saying I don't know anything about. I'm obviously not a pharmacist or a physician of any type, but I didn't know because usually pills do have some type of reactivity with alcohol.
A lot of them do. Like for most of them, at least, if you drink while taking them, you're gonna get excess liver damage or whatever.
I'm on pills and alcohol all day.
Or you could be like the VA, and if you have like these humongous pills of ibuprofen, and then you drink them with alcohol, and you have like 4 or 5 of these 500 milligram tablets, then your stomach will like turn inside out and spill all your bodily contents inside of you, and you'll basically melt to death.
Well, Paul, you have to remember that Schmeckel has used so many various different things that he can say from first-hand experience that he's practically a pharmacist.
Well, hey, guess what, Samaj? You know what? I got a bone to pick with you, motherfucker.
It's not even that simple. I am not a qualified pharmacist, but I did actually briefly go to school for that.
Listen to me, roast beef boy. Samaj. Where the fuck is my drawing?
Considering I just finished moving this morning.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Oh shit! How's the new house?
Oh, jeez, Todd.
I will tell you.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you this. If the house doesn't kill me, I'll tell you this much. It's at least a piece of shit. So hey,
is it better or worse than the last beautiful house you had with all the black mold and the cracked tile? And you guys left that place a mess, Samaj. How'd you sell it?
Well, it was a farm. We sold the land. No one gives a rat's ass about the house. That thing was probably
I didn't realize you were on farmland. That makes
sense. The reason why the house on the farmland was a piece of shit is because it was the cheapest thing we could buy, and we thought we'd fix her up and make it look pretty, and that was a lot of work. We didn't really give a rat's ass. So we moved back to the city to a very nice, lovely three bedroom house, bedroom, and backyard and all. It was a nice house, and then we downsized to a very shitty duplex, 3 bedrooms. But let me tell you, if the asbestos doesn't kill me, something else will. Maybe I'll get stabbed when I go out for my morning walk.
Samaj, I will move you in with me. The missus and I are looking at a place in your area. We'll move you and your mom in as long as you're fine with me being your new daddy.
Oh,
but
I for one relish.
The Pitching Witch says Schmeckel, a lithium overdose causes shaking, puking, blurred vision, and with a high enough dosage means a coma. Also, it's hard to OD on pills because you'll vomit it back up.
This is true.
The Bitching Witch, I have no idea about the effects of lithium overdose.
Well, I mean, either way, it's still one of those things where it's sad to see someone, and I pray it wasn't under I want attention, but someone who's actually even got those things running through their head. Yeah, it's fucked up, you know. It's sad to see someone willing to put themselves in that position.
There is always the chance. Maybe she wasn't lying. Maybe she's just really bad at suicide.
It
Well,
is
I think-
possible.
Yeah, she well, you got to think she is bipolar too. So there's lots of things there. That
No,
that
and
could have
the
been-
bipolar thing seems more like an excuse for her lying than.
Oh no, I'm not
She's also
excusing.
the size of a rabbit,
Reason.
Schmeckle. She's tiny.
Yeah,
metabolism is
I
much
don't give a
different than
fuck. The missus could take 2 fucking lithium pills. I can guarantee she's smaller than Aiden, and be fine.
So, Aiden said something about histories written by the victors, correct?
Correct.
Okay, Wasley said something about that in the chat. So, Waz, I understand that that's not a great thing to say, especially with the context
Actually,
of the Holocaust.
1 second. Let's make this easier. Samaj, you want to just send the link to Waz?
I have no idea who that is.
Wasley.
Wasley?
I'm sure one of you is able to
I can do
DM
it.
him. There we go. Samaj,
I think.
I'm gonna replace you with Day. Day, can you do art?
No, but Samaj, I have an issue. I just looked back and noticed the thumbnail, the only thumbnail I'm in, and it's extremely inaccurate because my hair is not brown, it's red, and my eyes are not brown, they're like bluish green.
All right, wait, 1 second.
Look at
This
my
is from I Am
eyeballs.
Cancer. He's one of our trolls, so I don't know if this is serious. But he says Aiden Paladin told us she dated black men, and Schmeckle confronted her on the cunt stream. Now she says it was a redskin Injun. Remember the cunt stream? And I don't, but I also
Huh?
can't say that didn't happen.
What is going
Oh,
on?
Thomas Ellington.
How's it going, Thomas Ellington? I recognized the face from Worski earlier.
Hello, Duke
That's-
Wellington.
All I know about you.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hi.
What's up, Doug?
Big news tonight.
Yeah, you were on the stream. What do you think of the breakup?
I think that a lot of people saw it coming, and I think it's great for Andy. I think it's gonna cause his show to finally get back on the right path after it takes an initial dip.
I would just prepare everyone for about a couple of weeks of aftermath.
Yeah,
Because
there's
there
gonna
will
some
be aftermath.
yeah.
You think there's going to be infighting between them, between the streams, if they're concurrent at the same time?
I don't think they'll be fighting. I just think that there's going to be a lot of bitching about it.
The JF people are like, they seem to be firmly JF people.
Yeah. I was watching JF stream and the Andy stream kind of simultaneously, and JF was going block happy in his chat. He's like, mods, ban anybody who says anything bad about me. I'm not here for people. This is not a place for everybody. And if you don't like
you know what, cunts? Everybody who doesn't say anything bad about me for the next 5 minutes, ban them.
You're a faggot.
If it's not offensive, kick him the fuck out.
Oof, now I'm looking at the social blade.
You're a beta gorilla.
Oh boy.
Schmeckle Samaj
You
cuts
can't
you with
say
your
that with
lady.
Samaj here.
No,
the social blade said.
Social blade.
He's a
I'm looking at Andy's. He lost 732 subscribers yesterday, and 402 in the past half hour.
That's to be expected.
He's gonna lose.
I mean, that was going to happen.
Oh no, those subscribers, those poor sycophantic ideologues. Oh,
You know what?
no.
That's one thing I can't stand. Like, some people are like, "Oh, you did a thing I don't like, so I can't watch you anymore." I mean, obviously, this is like more major than like most of the things that happen. But there's a certain breed of person who consumes online content that like that you say one thing they don't fucking agree with, and you're canceled. That's the end of you.
Oh, they're
No,
canceled.
I don't agree with that at all. Samaj boot him.
I'll do nothing of the sort.
okay.
Hey, Samaj, but Samaj, by the way,
You're lucky
did
I
ask
don't
Schmeckle-
do my own shit, Justin.
Samaj, I did ask Schmeckle to stop shitting on your lawn.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He
Appreciate that.
refused.
Do it though.
Well, I mean, he'll refuse, but I mean, if we get enough social pressure, my lawn will be shit free.
Well, and
I'll just hire other people to do it. Samaj.
Thomas, did anything come of it after the fact? After Nick Fuentes and all the JF lovers got in the stream, like Sticks and them.
No, I mean actually, Nick seemed like he was. He's a lover of the show, as he puts it. They wanted them to work it out and so forth, and then Nick seemed like he sort of came to accept it, that that's the way it is, and some personalities can't work together, which I was kind of surprised coming from Nick. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically how it ended. I think that I think Nick came to his senses, and Sticks, he's ever the optimist, so he probably still has hope.
Yeah, he was on both streams. He was on JF's stream first, and he did say that he is, closer with JF, but he likes them both, and that he was under the impression at the beginning of Andy's, when he got on Andy's stream, that they would make up, but at the end he was just like, well, as long as you're both happy, whatever.
Yeah, as long as you don't. Oh, go ahead, Pod. Sorry.
I cannot tell you how much I don't care about JF leaving his stream.
Yeah, no, it's a huge thing. JF is the shit.
I like JF.
Never mind him being a piece of shit. He's unentertaining. Never mind him being unentertaining. He's annoying. Never mind him being annoying. He's a fucking French Canadian.
Stop making fun of Andy like that.
You know what?
What does that say about you, Schmeckel?
I am not a French Canadian. I am a regular Canadian.
Every Canadian's French Canadian.
There's a massive difference. And, even amongst the French Canadian, he's the worst kind. He's a Quebecois.
Yeah, I'll Sam, Pod, you fucking pissed me off there. That's offensive. We are not all French Canadians.
Yeah, I think we got to get rid of this guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You sir, are
remove Pod.
Did I trigger you?
We got $5 from number 13, who says, ironic, they ragged on Jeff Holiday for nearly half a year. Now his rats flee in a sinking ship.
Oh.
And,
I mean, to be honest, Jeff did kind of do something that was really fucked up.
What Jeff did was pretty shitty. There's no denying that.
It's like I get what you're saying.
The months of shit that ensued from it were a bit much.
Well, I think it was kind of funny.
He has that 360 camera.
Well, I think it's kind of funny how Jeff likes to make fun of everyone for being over dramatic about things, and then he goes on the most dramatic show in history called Dr. Phil. I thought that was kind of funny.
Jeff is very dramatic.
Oh, well, really everyone is, and I don't like that everyone kept hating on Jeff after the fact of that. I mean, like that stupid stream that he did with Nick, telling everybody to go watch YouTube Saints was fucking dumb. The denial of what he was doing in that server was dumb, especially after the evidence came out. It was fucking stupid of him. It's been how many months now? 4 or 5 months since that's happened. Everyone from that has been lashed to death, especially Kraut, because Kraut's gone. I no longer seeing Liz Reptile or Zeph or Yobi or any of these other fucking retards. If Jeff is still around, it means that people obviously like him. He can have a good time and do his own thing. You don't have to like him, but you can stop ragging on him every fucking second just because he posts something that you don't like. There's a separate category of him doing something fucked up and then him just doing something that you don't like. Those things might overlap sometimes, but they're not both in the same category all the time.
It's why we didn't go with the full Blood Sports formula.
Well, it's like the other day.
I know we got we actually had Zell bitching about me today. No, one of my new actually he's out as of later tonight. But
what?
Was that the fucking dude with the
by choice, not anything negative?
The guy with the fucking Destiny avatar.
Yeah. Destiny's a fucking shit tier game, by the way. Both of them.
No, he was bitching about me earlier today. I didn't actually see the stream. I don't know what it was about, but he says it was mainly the things he's brought up to me personally before. So I assume he went into the bitching about how I've apparently said that I don't like drama. I love drama. I don't like unnecessary drama. I don't like drama when it gets to the point where you're just dragging a guy through the fucking mud. If it's something that's entirely deserved, like it was with Liz Reptile, like it was with Zephanorian, like it was with fucking Baked Alaska recently. I love that shit. If it's something that, they did a shitty, even Jeff Holiday, for the first little bit. Yeah, he deserved the fucking shit he got. It was when it became a multiple fucking month thing, and it was just all right. We ain't got nothing today.
Well, now the thing is, with
Holiday said something on Twitter though.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like whenever Kilroy happened last weekend, this is what I saw. I saw everyone who was against Kilroy was making fun of it, and then Scrub and all those guys started making fun of it. And I think Scrub and Toad were both at the event, if I'm not mistaken. They were making fun of it.
No, they weren't.
Oh, okay. So they were just being stupid. All right, fair enough. Well, the thing is, right, is like they were intentionally being disingenuous with it. They were taking pictures of the hall and being like, "Well, there's nobody here," which I agree. There wasn't many people there.
So
there were,
boring.
but it looked boring.
It was definitely not an event that was setting the world.
No,
on
it's
fire.
not a fucking fantastic event, but it wasn't as empty and fucking desolate as everyone said that it was. They were acting like there was like 20 fucking people there, and there was like over 100. I think there was like 100.
It wasn't an event that switched on an electric blanket.
No, sorry, it was a very small event.
I think it was like, well, it was 100 people, right? So,
according to
Kilroy, what was the final count of Kilroy? I know you've covered this a shit ton.
According to people that were there, it was about 25 presenters, about 100 watching. It was a very small convention. You can call that convention a failure.
Oh yeah,
without having to
call it a failure. But the problem is that here's what happened: is that you see them purposefully going in there and taking misleading pictures, or they're splicing out pictures. They're not showing the whole hall.
Who is doing?
Who?
It's just random people, the same people who have been on Kilroy's ass since the whole doxing server thing with baseball.
I think they're asking for something more.
But I can't. The reason why. Hey, wait. Let Thomas bring it up.
Can you name the person, one person who's doing that? Because I would like to know personally.
I can't remember. It was a picture. Because Jarbo had the same exact picture, but they had like sliced it in half and only showed like half of the hall, and they were like, "Wow, look at all these people here." And
Jarbo showed it from the opposite side of the room, and I think he was talking about Roger, who was the guy that was reporting like for me and for himself. But Roger, what he was doing was he was taking a video from that part of the room, and he was focusing on the speaker, and then he would pan it, and he would show the entire room from time to time. But from that angle, it showed quite a few empty seats. But even in the picture that Jarbo showed, there was still, I think between 30 and 50 people in that room.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this was a huge event or was a massive success. And what I'm saying is, as they were trying to act like it was like 5 people there all gathered in a room being stupid because they think all this shit's stupid, which to an extent it is.
But
if it was still up, I would suggest you go and check out Jeff's 360 stream, which was taken down. I was watching that live.
Okay.
And I was actually taking some pictures off of it. I just put it in the video I did on it. Hang on.
I'm not saying it's a success.
Hang on. I'm not saying that it's an indicator of success or lack thereof. I'm just saying that the proof is in the pudding, and that you look at that 360 live stream and you see an empty room with very few people in it.
Well, and the big problem they ran into too was they were running 2 panels concurrent. So they might have had, I mean, if they would have mashed the whole room together instead of having 2 different rooms, maybe it would have looked forward. But from what Bunty said, and I've talked to him, it wasn't massive. I don't think it was 100, because they only sold what?
I think it was closer to 75.
They said that they sold 300 tickets. From what I heard is there was 100 people there, like 95 people there, not including the speakers. So I'm including the speakers in that when I'm saying like 100. I could be wrong. I don't know what the actual count is. what I'm saying is that they looked like they were trying to purposefully misconstrue it just to push the agenda that they had going into it. But
I don't think they have to misconstrue
they
it.
don't. No, they don't have to misconstrue
Yeah,
it.
the two people behind it did it to themselves.
Yeah, I agree. What I'm saying is, I got to finish the rest of my statement here, is that you also saw that there was this mass campaign about making fun of people like Bunty, making fun of people like Jeff Holiday, making fun of people who were speaking at this event, Christina Hoff Sommers, all these other fucking people who were out there having a good time. They are having fun doing this shitty little convention. If they are having fun doing it, let them have fun. Instead, what you saw was a bunch of fucking just being assholes, which it's the fucking internet. Of course, there's going to be assholes, but they were being assholes for just being asshole sake, not because they had an actual point. Like, they were having fun. They're doing their thing. Leave them the fuck alone. This isn't the same thing that was happening 5 months ago. They're not still in a doxing server. They're not out here trying to bash the Fash or anything fucking crazy. They're out here speaking their minds at a free event. You are welcome to come into it if you. It's not a free. It's a free speech.
It's not a free event.
Excuse me. I said free speech. Pardon me.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not a free event.
I don't think it.
But if they had a gripe with it, my thing would have been, why don't you go there and actually say something to them?
Oh, because I don't think you should
it.
pay for a fucking plane ticket to fly over to fucking Arizona to call these people out on their bullshit. Honestly.
No, but it's still stupid for them to just go on Twitter and just fucking bitch at the people because they're because they got invited and they signed a contract.
No, bitching at the people invited is stupid.
Well, not the
Bitching
people.
at the people running it was entirely.
If you want to bitch at Base Mama, that's fine. I don't care. It's whenever you're bitching at people who have nothing to do with any of this doxing server shit or any of this other stuff around the event, like Christina Hoff Sommers and Bunty especially.
Oh, no, they should have never had shit done to them. And I agree with you 100% there. Because
as much as I think it's stupid to bitch at them, it's really fucking stupid to say, no, you want to bitch at them, fly down to Arizona to do it.
Oh, yeah. Because you can't.
No.
That's time off work.
Wait a second.
Fucking fly down there, get yourself a hotel, and go down and bitch at them in person. That's the only way you can bitch at them.
Was Worski not supposed to go there?
Yo.
Hold up. You're telling me that I can't use my free speech to criticize a free speech event?
No, I'm saying.
No, he's saying the flying down there part is a stupid thought because who's going to waste the money to fly down?
No. I'm talking about on Twitter.
No. I'm arguing that that's a stupid point. That you
I don't
shouldn't
think
be able
anyone
to
here
just do
said
it
that you
through
can't
Twitter.
use your free speech rights. I'm saying it is fucking retarded for you to use your free speech rights to bitch at people who were legally obligated to be there because they signed the contract before all that other shit happened.
No,
That is what I'm saying is fucking dumb.
again, it is stupid to bitch at them.
Are we talking
It's
people
equally
bitching at them?
stupid to say if you want to bitch at them, take it up at Kilroy.
Well, they're talking about people who were attacking people like Bunty and Christina Hoff Sommers who signed.
Who attacked Christina Hoff Sommers? I really haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah, that's my question.
Like, are we calling like making fun of it, bitching at them, and attacking them? Because I feel like that's like a different category. Like if you're attacking them, be like you're a scumbag for doing this. That's different from like just making fun of an empty room or something.
Like the thing is that this thing was blown up for months and months and months ahead of time. It had this big uptick and then this big implosion because of the shit show it turned out to be. So of course it's going to garner a lot of attention. Everybody's waiting to see what Kilroy's like, and it's not that many people. So people said, "Haha, nobody's talking about it now besides us." I mean,
people are still talking about it, but I don't think criticizing or even making fun of is that big of an issue. I think it sucks that they went after people like Bunty because Bunty did get it. I saw it. He did get some shit for it, but
like they were making videos. I think Cog made one, and there were a few others who were making videos about it. Just because they were taking videos and saying, "Hey, I'm having fun at this thing that I paid for, or I was, I came to and I had my room paid for me. I'm having fun here. I think you guys are being a little bit ridiculous with making fun of it for us having fun." Which
Why?
is a fair point.
I'm gonna come flat.
Why is it bad for people to
really
make fun of
hope
people for having fun? I don't know.
Somebody in the chat, please repeat this. Cog's been really fucking dumb lately. Cog has been in constant attack mode when Cog is not quite smart enough to be in constant attack mode. He's been picking fights where there are no fights. He's basically become a fucking lackey for the Kumite. He's their Yobi.
I think he's always been like that.
I don't agree with that statement.
Well, I made one of those videos that was criticizing them for the videos they were making about their room. So I'm probably the guy. Hey, guys.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Me too.
I think that was actually the best fucking way I could have phrased it. I hadn't thought of that beforehand.
What's the fucking point? What's the point of that?
What's the point of any of the shit we talk about? What's the point of any of the shit?
The pod. If you're looking for a fucking point, you're on the wrong.
I agree. We're all in.
Well, and you're creating for YouTube of people that you hope watch your stuff and care about what you say, and maybe that person does something that you don't agree with, but who gives a shit? Like I can make whatever videos I want criticizing whoever, and you can criticize me for it, and it's a circle jerk of we have a view and we want to get it out to the world, and if that offends you, well, who gives a fuck? I don't care.
Okay, yeah. I completely agree with that, but I'm saying, aside from that question of what the fuck do any of us do, which is a separate question, my question to you is why do you care if people are having fun?
It's not about the
it's having fun. It's not whether or not he's having fun. I care if he's being stupid. If he's being stupid, I'm going to call him out.
My question is specifically why?
No, wait a second.
Let Thomas speak. Someone let Thomas
speak, if he's having fun. If he's being stupid, I'm going to call him out like I would call you out if you were being stupid.
Thomas,
for taking a video and saying, wow, this is a fun event.
Sam,
let Thomas speak.
Wait. I want to hear Thomas.
All right, I can explain why I made my video and why I had an issue with what they're doing. It's not that they're having fun. I mean, that's a very simplified way of looking at it. With Bunty, I didn't have a significant issue with his video. My issue with that was that in hindsight and retrospect, it was going to look bad because a lot of the donors who donated, they weren't getting their money, and nobody who got hotel rooms there, who got a discount, got anything near what the speakers got. Guys like Bunny or Jeff Holiday. Jeff Holiday's video, he just came across and looked like a massive cunt in that video because he was just laughing maniacally, screw Kilroy, and trying to basically shove it in everybody's face without having enough self-awareness to realize that he's also shoving it in the face of the donors and the people who are out of their money that they would not provide refunds to.
He was toned down.
That's a fair point. I didn't think about that. That's a fair point. I forgot to. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Okay, that's a good point. Okay, I see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, Pod, watch Thomas's video and watch my video on this. You know, it's quite obvious.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Jeff's video was a bit cuntish. I think Bunty's was much less. I don't think it was cuntish.
Bunty's videos are always less cuntish than.
Bunty's such a nice guy, but no, like that. My problem, right, is that I get where people are coming from with that. I understand where you're coming from with that. Now, I wasn't thinking about that. Okay, that's a fair point.
Yeah, it's the perspective that the people who were donating they weren't lavishly set up, and I mean, with the money situation and people not getting their money back, you got to look at it from the perspective of, well, they said they spent $40,000 on security when they had these ancient ass old men watching the place who couldn't stop fucking anyone.
Oh, you didn't hear about that, did you? I tried to tell this to as many people as possible. No, what they were going to do is they were actually going to start paying other YouTubers who were like had a background in security or a background in military. Because I know I was told to ask, I think Sister Danger, and then a friend of mine, Devil's Advocate. He was actually providing security for, I think it was Base Mama and some other person. So they were going to pay us to go and be separate bodyguards who could open carry or concealed carry inside the building. That's what originally was planned, with the security as a separate thing.
So they're getting YouTubers to be bodyguards?
No. They were getting
on that particular note. I'm gonna
It sounds like
guys.
the biggest disaster we've had.
Oh, it would have been. I guarantee it.
All right, Justin.
I would not entrust. I would not entrust my bodily security to a YouTuber. And on that note, I'm gonna say good night, guys.
Good night, friend.
Right.
Sorry, I thought that was you, Justin, saying I'm dipping, but you know, you don't have to leave.
Before I leave, like, actually it's later, but I'll stick around for a little bit. You're giving me a chance to procrastinate my fucking research tonight.
No, it wasn't just YouTubers that were going to be secure. It wasn't YouTubers
I
specifically.
kind of want VidCon to be this now. I want Logan Paul running around with fucking concealed carry.
No, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. No, they were specifically looking for people with military or security backgrounds.
Logan Paul has his, video and the guy from the Suicide Tree with him.
Fucking weekend at Bernie's.
And the rat.
YouTube Red.
We can.
This is our new YouTube Red series. That I just find a dead body in the forest.
Holy shit!
The answer may surprise you.
Wait, I already posted this on social media.
Jordan Carey in the chat made a good point. Says they weren't transparent with the use of the money, which leads to distrust, and the rest is a lesson for you future YouTube live
I agree.
events.
I completely agree with that. They weren't very transparent.
It
started falling apart as soon as Cullen backed out of it. You could see that it was going to be a fucking nightmare. But the thing that really killed it, I think, was that stupid fucking doxing server that Kraut put together, and then everyone was going after Base Mama because she said "fuck the alt-right," which that's her opinion, but it's not very good for a free speech event to go fuck X group, and I'm not gonna let anyone from X group speak. But then again, she did kick out Baked Alaska, so maybe she had some foresight with that.
Yeah, that is true.
Maybe she had a point.
It was weird to me when they announced that. Even I was kind of thinking to myself, what really is the point of a free speech event? Like, does everyone just go up and like give a speech about how like free speech is good and they like it a lot?
Here's what would have been a much better idea: is have someone like Base Mama organize a actual like protest or a march and doing that for free out in public and just provide like waters and stuff. That's what you can donate for, is like water and maybe security guards. But even that's a bit stupid.
Here's what I think at this point, because like even like as I was saying, like the beginning thing, I was kind of shitting on a little bit, and I remember then like Jeff Holiday responded to me saying like a big part of it for him honestly is just like going to see his friends again, like like having that experience. I'm thinking like instead of like these fucking conventions where we go watch a bunch of fucking panels that are essentially watching someone's YouTube video live, why not just like book fucking parties and shit? That would be way better.
Well, the thing with VidCon, right? Did you hear about VidCon last year?
Yeah, everybody.
A lot of things about it. Yeah.
So, aside from the big YouTuber stuff, like the fucking, I think it was Logan who did the hiding $20,000 or however much it was. There was like these big parties that this side of YouTube was throwing with like some of the commentary channels, like people like Psychic Pebbles and I'm Alex and some of the other people went to. Mm-hmm. And do you know who Liz Reptile is?
I've heard the name due to the drama surrounding her, but I've never really looked too deeply into any of the lore of.
Don't look into it.
So she raised like $3,000 for an event that was 2 days, and somehow I don't know how the fuck she did it. She flew out and was basically crashing all these parties. She went to, I think it was Bunty King's house, and they were. She just got fucking sloshed at this house party, and Bunty had gotten, I think it was like Ciroc or something, and this bitch just drank it straight from the fucking bottle.
Oh no!
And this is some nasty crackcore looking bitch, right?
Like, hopefully the alcohol kills it all. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I was hoping she would drown in alcohol. To be honest,
Samaj.
I was talking about the bacteria on the mouthpiece, not her.
Oh no, it wouldn't. It won't do it. It's
Samaj. You're the only Canadian here right now.
You're Canadian.
Says the Canadian.
I'm gonna fucking fly you down here, Samaj. We're gonna do a Canadian fucking convention, but it's just gonna be a party.
Cunt.
It's cunt con, like we spoke about.
Con.
Convention.
No, we're gonna do fucking cunt con. It'll be in Toronto. I'll find a way to pay to fly you down here. You may have to work as a caricature artist for the night, but
For security.
Yeah, I need 20,000 for security. I need 20,000 for security and your penthouse. I mean, what?
You know damn well I could get Brockus to fly up. He's a large man. He'd be all the security we'd need for the 12 people that would show up.
3 people.
Well, if you're in Toronto, you could get Bunty to sign a contract to it.
Yeah, actually, I might be able to bring Bunty down. Maybe Ricky, Ricky Berwick.
Ricky fucking Berwick.
Andy probably would not attend. I'm gonna say tentatively.
Should we
JF Gary Epi may not attend.
Should we budget some money and get Chairview over? He might have some questions for Ricky.
No, Samaj, we are wasting no money on Chairview.
Never do.
Oh, Toronto is the thing close to me. I can go.
Oh, fuck. We got day. It's already a successful event, Samaj.
Well, you guys saw the Ricky Berwick Venom post today, right? On Twitter.
No, what?
Fuck, actually, we got chaos in the chat saying, why doesn't nobody do what the drunken peasants used to do? Grab a bar, do a live show where you shoot the shit. Then party with fans after. That's exactly what I'm intending. Chaos.
Anymore. That's the precise reason why. You know why no one watches the drunken?
Not a lot of people watch the drunken peasants anymore, but it's a good fucking format. Yeah, if you're gonna do something live, make it a fucking party.
And make sure you stick a banana up your ass and pour hot oil all over your dick while you're at it.
Samaj, you ready for this?
Oh yeah, and he's got to be fat too.
You don't have to put it up your own ass. I'll stick it in for you.
Have you guys seen this? You haven't seen this?
God, stop showing that. Gluck, stop.
First image.
I can't watch him. I'm sorry.
He's the weirdest person I know, I think.
But anyway, so people started getting mad at him because
really
they were saying that he was in blackface.
Oh my god, it's so stupid.
I know what he's doing. That's not blackface.
He has a somewhat colored friend called Bunty King. There's his get out of POC.
His token.
Well, I mean, Bunty's been listed as like a neo-Nazi or something like that, so it doesn't help.
Just like Kanye West.
Yeah.
Bunty only has a tan. He's a white man.
Apparently, the alt-right has gotten really diverse.
Yeah, it's super diverse. It's like whenever the KKK started letting Catholics in.
It's like you look at a Huffington Post writers meeting, it's all white ladies, but then the alt-right, you got like an Indian guy, a black guy, anything but white people, apparently.
From fucking Chicago, an Indian guy from Toronto. Or Quebec, whatever the fuck city he's in.
Yeah, alt-right is becoming freaking very diverse.
A disabled guy from I
think with the content with the fucking Kanye is the fucking love idol of the alt-right type shit. We've gotten to the point where the alt-right is literally just not the left.
It's just slightly left.
Here's the thing. Left. I feel like people, the people who kind of they tangentially just kind of hear they see a headline, hear a little thing from the news. To them, the alt-right just means really, really far right, and that's why you get people trying to use alt-left as if that were a term for anything. They don't have a concept of it being about the ethno-state or anything like that. That's a foreign language to them.
Justin, are you trying to tell me that people who don't understand politics don't understand terms for politics?
Politics.
Yeah, it's a crazy concept.
I'm astounded by that. Racist.
No, I find this fucking alt left idea stupid because it's we already got worse.
There is no such thing.
How dare you call those liberalists stupid?
No, there is certainly a version of liberalism that is different from the norm, but it's we already have names for basically all that shit because it's nothing new. We got the fucking liberalist shit. We got the fucking SJW shit. Like, it's labels are good when they refer to something that hasn't already been named.
Yeah.
When you start labeling things that already have names, you're being stupid.
There's subsects though.
Yeah. Well, I'm an alt centrist.
Get out.
It's all good. Check out
Leave.
check out the merch.
Get the fuck out.
Hey, Pod. That's what I thought.
Oh, I like sitting on the fence because I have no political beliefs.
Guys, I'm gonna go get a McDonald's sundae now. I'll see you
You're
later.
You're gonna get some
Jay,
nuts all over
I
it.
congratulate you. You went quite a while after Roy left. Last time he didn't do so. He disappeared right when he
I
disappeared.
swear it was coincidental.
Alrighty, guys.
I swear I still stand by
Give
it.
it up and thank you, Thomas, for joining us tonight. Appreciate it, man.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
thanks.
night.
Thanks for
Thomas.
coming in, Thomas. I appreciate you sharing your point of view.
It's
Yeah,
up to
yeah.
you.
You seem like a very reasonable person to put a pod. It's a good idea to keep an open mind. It looks like you did. It was nice talking to all you guys. Hope maybe sometime I'll get to talk to you again in the future.
It was good having you on. You have a very pleasing voice.
Oh, boy.
And a very pleasing goatee.
What's
All right.
happening?
All right. Thanks, guys.
We're flirting with him before he leaves.
Day, you also have a very fabulous goatee.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you're a fucking redhead.
Oh wow.
Samaj
Ruins it
decided
for
to
me.
join us again.
I'm colorblind, so I was sitting here with my dick out, and then the missus, she sat and she whispered in my ear, and she was like, Day has red hair, right? And then it ruined for me, like months ago. I'm sitting there.
See it.
I couldn't, but now that she's told me, I know.
No, you can't see the color of her hair, or he can't see his own dick.
Both.
Both.
Oh,
Night,
gotcha.
guys.
Have a good one, Day.
Friday.
Oh boy.
So what's been going on besides this that I'm trying to get past all this internet blood sports. I love it for the drama of it, but
Gluck, you talk shit about internet blood sports all the time. You hate this shit and you know it.
Disgusting.
I like the drama of it.
Yeah, the drama is exciting, and I would even go so far as to say I like the idea of getting the drama into one localized place. Most of the people who run the shit. Yeah, I just don't like how sometimes they'll cling to things for too long, and then later make accusations at people that they're clinging to things for too long.
Can't we all just get along?
Politipod? Hey, you know that's not possible.
I'm well aware.
I know you, Politipod, and you know me. We're never going to be friends, and as long
It's
as
a
we
goddamn
can't
lie,
be friends,
you know it.
we can never all get along.
Cut the shit.
You were already inside of him, though.
I was already
Well,
inside.
yeah, it was not in a romantic way, though. It was purely sexual.
Purely dominance.
Oh.
Do you guys also feel like there's kind of like a somewhat of a turf war going on right now for like the political side of things?
Yeah, I see what you mean. There's kind of it's kind of breaking out to be like streamers versus like people who want to do it the old school way of responding back and forth to videos.
Mm-hmm. And then you have your shitsters in between there, like your rats who they like to go back and forth. Like I saw, I forgot who the fuck it was. I think it was like Stone Toss. I think is his name. It was like a few weeks ago, and they were like the skeptic community right now, and there was like a guy with a dragon avatar who was like in defense of pedophilia, and he was like trying to pass that off as a skeptic. And I looked at the channel, and it was a fucking furry channel. I was like, this is literally furries. It's like, this has nothing. He has literally 0 videos about him being A, a skeptic, or B, on the right side of politics. You're completely wrong.
Well, and that's why I think like, as much as I make the joke about a centrist, I do have political leanings to the right, but I keep an open mind. And it's funny to watch the new style, because the streaming stuff has really taken off. And I think edited videos are a little less popular these days. And
in this genre, I think it is. I don't think the case.
Like streaming videos, streaming versus videos right now, it's different for every single little sect.
Yeah.
Because like back in the day, it used to be response videos. Now it's streams, and I think it's because people like interacting with other people and having them challenge their ideas and also talk about the ideas openly. Whereas before, it was kind of like a taboo thing to be on this side. It's now an open thing, and people want you to go deeper with your views and see why exactly you're this far to the right or this far to the left on certain issues, which I think it's pretty good for the most part.
Well, it's created conversation. Like, it's actually conversation again.
Which is what I enjoy. Instead of, and here's the funny thing, I think, is that you see the IBS, the Internet Blitzsports, like turf coming up, and they're growing and growing, and then they kind of stalled a little bit right now, I think. But like there's a separate community that's coming up right now. It's like I was in the quote unquote skeptic community. I was on the anti-SJW side of things, but I'm also a very, very like pretty far leftist, kind of like Sam Harris. And now I'm making videos about why the skeptic community is stupid. You know, it's like these people like Kraut, like David Sherratt, like
okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
I've been thinking for a while there's gonna be more of like a demand for like leftist YouTubers. And who was it that made a video like talking about that just recently?
Layman. It was Layman.
Yeah, it was a really good video, and he has a good point. And I think there is like, it's like he did a good job of like tracing how like the kind of the trends like shift back and forth on YouTube. But I also think like with these streaming things, and what might give it another shot in the arm is, for a while you had like the real leftists who were very hesitant to appear on any Bloodsport streams. Once you get people who are better at debating on that side, who are willing to go on and do that, I think it'll cause more interest.
This is true. Well, and the thing too is that there's been, for the last 4 years, I would say, there's been this overwhelmingly majority of more right-leaning people coming up. Your people like your Sargon, like Sargon's still a liberal.
But I think it's a little more than that. Oh, we got Justin was just talking about if we get more leftists that are willing to speak with these crowds. I'm not entirely sure they wouldn't win.
Yeah, because, I agree. Which is kind of the shitty part.
As much as I believe the leftists are wrong, most of them are most of the prominent ones that we interact with are educated.
Well, yeah, they're very articulate. They can structure their arguments very.
You put one of them up against fucking Andy Worski or fucking Tonka Saw. I mean, you get yelling versus actual education.
And people don't like yelling.
Any of them would necessarily go up against Andy or Tonka, because like I feel like the two of them, like, they don't seem to have like super strong political leanings. But then they'll bring people on.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be flat out about them. Neither of them have super strong points in any real direction. They use the formula I used to use. Get a good guest.
Well, yeah, they'll bring on someone who like they'll like play the role of a moderator if it's like a debate type setup.
Oh, I'd rather do that for videos.
I'm not criticizing it, but
yeah.
I am kind of criticizing them.
Well, it's a better idea.
Of, their arguing tactics. Tonka specifically, since he has this whole 60-0 thing. what type of contenders has Tonka faced? I mean, 3 of those are Prophet.
Destiny's about the best. I don't know.
3 of those are Prophet. One of them's Destiny.
I mean, neither one of them. Destiny's a good. I'm not saying Tonka. I think is a pretty good debater. To be honest, I just don't. I think if he was
he's a terrible debater. He's an amazing arguer.
I disagree with that. I think he is I think he's a very good debater, a very good arguer, and it's because he has very good promo skills. That's why. It's not necessarily about what argument is right and which one's wrong. It's about which one can persuade the most people. Especially
that's true. What it comes down to is Tonka is a very, very good entertainer.
Yeah,
he is very good.
It's YouTube. That is the be-all, end-all. Who's the best entertainer?
Exactly.
No, and that's why I can't fucking criticize the guy. He's very good at what he does.
Yeah, but going in
as far as
I feel like we've veered like way off from like what we were talking about though.
You brought up the whole SJW's competent SJW stepping into the argument.
Oh yeah. Here's what it was like with the SJW side being like very like a lot of like very like educated people. I think a lot of these people too, they don't want to appear on that kind of a stream because they may have like certain financial considerations that they don't want to get sullied by like getting involved in any of this. But that's what's creating that void that somebody's going to have to fill eventually.
Oh yeah, there's I can't even blame them for going, hey, I've been using my real fucking name. I got a real career. I can't fucking jump into this shit.
Well, and here's the other part to that. Is
1 second, bud.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're right. It's a fucking void that needs to be filled. Or not even needs to be filled. It's a void that inevitably is going to be filled.
So here's the thing with like this side of YouTube, right? Is there was a power vacuum that's left after certain things. The first thing was like, so let's say Kraut had like 100,000 or so subscribers, and he's completely gone from YouTube now. So that left a huge power vacuum, which IBS didn't fill. It's it's crazy to say power vacuum. It's more of like a viewer vacuum. Because people, whenever they lose something, they try to go and find other things to watch. So, you'll have people who migrate towards Sargon. They'll have some that migrate towards Armored Skeptic or whoever it might be at this time. Could be me, could be Schmeckle, could be Justin. But IBS really filled it.
Asshole. Fuck you. Fuck you, Pod.
Yeah, Pod's sitting here, first off, comparing himself to myself, and then comparing me to you, Justin. Apparently you got like 50,000 subs. I got like I can't even do the math like right now. Less than a 20.
Is just roast beef.
You're just roast beef sandwich.
I am.
Yeah, Samaj, the one that does all the work. He's not counted in the equation.
Yeah.
No.
He's just a piece of schmeckle at this point.
Yeah, exactly. With my 30 subs, I think I'll just stay here.
No, but what I was saying is like, right, it's like it does create a bit of a vacuum, and I think it's kind of crazy whenever you look at like the people who you think about as the top tier on this side of YouTube. They are
1 second, Politipod. Gulf City Streaming. I'm gonna assume it's AP. Says, don't make me come in there like HHH. I don't know.
Triple H.
Means.
Triple H.
Triple H, the wrestler?
I'll take it you're not a wrestling guy.
Wow. Yeah, still don't know what that means. Hearing McMahon get shit talked about him, I will fuck you up. Somebody please send the link to AP.
Saying who can talk shit about?
I assume he's bitching about me saying things about Tonka because he follows it up with, Tonka's a great champion. 60 wins. This is how you treat the man.
I didn't say shit. That's all I am.
I thought Politipod, you better stop your shit talking.
Whoa. I don't think so. You ain't gonna flip this around on me, big guy.
I'm not gonna flip it around on you. Don't worry.
No, but like it's kind of interesting whenever you look at like the top tier of this side.
Pod was the one that said that.
What the fucking was not. This motherfucker here. But like the top tier, as for like the last few years, it's people like Amazing Atheist, Shoe One Head, Greg, Armored Skeptic, Sargon, who are all four of those guys, like all four of those are left, and you cannot deny that they're left. They're actually pretty moderately far left, but
how do you
trade themselves?
What is moderately far left?
Yeah,
it's like, well, I mean, they're very much they're in the middle of the left. No, they're I mean, let's take Shoeonhead for example. She's I think my view on this is a bit strained because I'm a libertarian, so I always view like some of the things that people say about the amount of government interference that they want as being overwhelmingly socialist. But you look at people like I remember Chris Reagan a few years ago. I think it was like 2 years ago or something like that. He was like, "Oh, I wish Bernie would have won." It's like, so you're socialist. So why the fuck are you one of the top guys in this? I would argue further right side of things, and I'm not sure if it's just the fact that people don't like SJWs anymore, or if
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
I was thinking about this
off as
a while ago.
anti-feminist.
Like me personally, like I was never a particularly politically engaged person. Then I feel like that whole like anti-SJW side, it kind of got me sucked into that world a little bit. But then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I'm still, for the most part, mostly apolitical. It's just certain types of behaviors piss me off. And then all of a sudden I feel like I'm political. And I think a lot of people fell into that trap.
Well, and it's like, people in that group, I think, and I don't know, particularly every single one of the reviews. I'm not going to claim that I do, but from things that I've heard them say, things that I've seen them post, they do seem like they're pretty, supporting Bernie, supporting more liberal things, and that's fine. I don't have a huge issue with it because if you want to argue about their points, that's a separate debate. But I do agree with you. I think that the thing that brought all of these groups together was the feminists, and now that the feminists aren't really as much of an issue now as the alt-right is, I think you're seeing people like them starting to dissipate because people are now splitting on that issue, as they're splitting into smaller groups than they were SJW versus anti-SJW. Now it's, what is it? Race realism versus anti-race realism, or JQ versus anti-JQ, whatever the argument might be there. I think you're seeing people split up into smaller and smaller groups, and I think that's what you saw after that power vacuum.
Yeah. Which ultimately, I think for YouTube, that's a good thing because then you have less people making the same exact fucking videos as each other.
Exactly. You get more niche, and then you can pick up on, the niche versus being the same as these massive creators you're trying to create against, and grow against.
And I think that was the goal for everyone who started out in like the 2015, 2016 area. They were all trying to be the next Sargon of Akkad. They were all trying to be the next Shoeonhead or Armored Skeptic or whoever it might be. And I think it left a lot of people who I've seen who have quit since then. It left a lot of them kind of wanting for more subscribers because they were like, I'm making the same exact content. Why aren't people watching me? And they don't realize that the trend was going the opposite direction, is that they don't want to see, anti-SJW content anymore. They want to see a little bit of it, yes, because sometimes they do stupid shit, but they want to see more of what is my stance on other issues? What's my stance on gun control? What's my stance on economics? Whatever it might be, whatever interests people at the time. And that's a good point. I think it might be better to start serving a niche and then grow your base. Mm-hmm. And then once it comes back together, that's when you start to expand.
Well, shit, that's like YouTube 101 is find the niche that needs servicing and then move out as you build your audience.
Well, that's what Amazing Atheist did. It's like after the atheist community kind of broke down, he was on, a bit of the more right side of it, where you have someone like Dusty Smith, who's on the opposite side of them. You see Amazing Atheist grow and grow and grow, and you only see Dusty grow like a tiny bit, and then he starts losing, and he comes back, and then he loses, and then he comes back, and he's like a rubber band. Whereas Amazing Atheist grew until he had critical mass, and now he's shrinking and shrinking and shrinking because of stupid shit that he's done, which was extraneous. And also, he doesn't make as many videos, I don't think. But it's just interesting to look on the not just the analytics of it, but the timeline of events that led to where we're at right now.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, like Schmeckel and Justin, how long have you been on the platform?
I started in May of 2016.
Probably a little later than that. I think like September of the same year.
Okay. And like, did you start off in the this side of YouTube, Schmeckle, initially? Because I don't know your older content.
I didn't intend to, but my first video ended up being one of these types, and I went with it from there. I had fully different intentions for my channel.
It's the same. I actually had a podcast before this one. It was called the S&T Variety Pod, and I got roped into this.
Oh, shit! What? You were that guy.
Yeah, I was that guy.
Oh.
For 5 seconds.
I hate that guy.
I hate you. Fuck you.
Explains how I feel about you.
So it was like around for like, I think it was only like a month or two. It was like in August, and then I had like 3 video gamers on my podcast.
Man, you fucking improved between being that guy and being Politipod, because I completely avoided inviting that guy into anything.
Shut the fuck up. You didn't even know that guy. But no, it was like 3 videos. I think the biggest guy I had on was named Master of Raffleness. He's a Let's Player. And then I had Satiritician on, which I don't know if anyone here knows Satiritician, but he's a decent sized YouTuber. He came on my first episode of the Politipod, which was on the S&T Variety Pod, but it's actually technically my first one. And then from there, I started getting, more arguments and debate type things, and I kind of switched it into a group format, and then it's kind of molded and shifted since then.
Yeah, I was curious.
It hasn't really molded and shifted a whole lot. You basically do the political shit. You've gotten better at it, but you haven't really.
Well, it's molded. Well, because like my first episode was, it was me arguing against 2 people I knew in real life, and then it molded into group conversations about things. It was like 8 people at a time or 9 people at a time, and then a big guest, and then the Cunt Stream left, and then Kill Myself and Fuck Me. AP, he's avoiding you.
Who's avoiding me? Schmeckle?
Oh, Schmeckle left. He ran.
Left? Damn, he just left Politipod on the battlefield, dude.
What do you mean? I didn't say anything bad about Tonka.
Yeah, but they said you said bad. The joke was going to be, and I kept blaming you for what Schmeckle said. The only thing I really have to add when it comes to that is, I mean, if Schmeckle feels that way and feels like Tonka's fighting manufactured opponents or he's fighting chumps, get in there and beat him. Do it. Go do it. Go step on. Go pick a beef and go in there and beat him.
There he is. He came back.
I mean, that's really the answer to that. But just to clear up, I think that's kind of an inaccurate thing to say, because that's not a dude that throws challenges all day long. He accepts challenges from time to time. So, I mean, the people that get booked on that show, it's not like real strong contenders are being avoided. It's just that strong contenders don't want to put themselves in the line of fire. A guy that, for instance, okay, let's take, just to pull a name out of the blue, Armored Skeptic. He doesn't want to race for pinks. He's not going to put his brand on the line to go in there and argue something. You know what I mean? He's not going to chance 2,000 people turning on him. So a lot of times what happens is you do get nobodies going up against motherfuckers. And that's also because you can't manufacture beef either. Like, a lot of this beef is dumb, and it comes from dumb fucking people for a reason. So, but I don't know. I just, to clear that up, the only thing I had kind of a beef with in the chat is when, Schmeckle said, but look at the people that Tonka's taken as opponents. He's not being handed chumps. It's that.
No, I mean, he is being handed chumps. What you mean is he's not seeking out chumps.
Well, it's not. Okay, chumps are showing up for those fights in some cases, but it's not like those are being hand-picked. No one's manufacturing a fucking champion out there.
I wouldn't say all of them are chumps, though.
Not all of them are chumps.
Not all of them.
Do you think he should throw out challenges himself to bring up the quality of people?
No, he's the commissioner. He's the champion. You come to the champ. The champ don't go to you.
No, I disagree there. If you're sitting there saying you're 60-0, start throwing some challenges at some
has to be something to fight about, though.
That's not a challenge, a champion challenger. That's not how it works.
Did Floyd Mayweather go up to Conor McGregor and challenge him?
That's not how it works when you're a fucking widespread fucking thing.
When you're a champion,
when you are something building up, and you are the biggest guy who's ever been in your particular genre, and all you've ever fought are nobodies.
Well, I disagree. He hasn't just fought nobodies, man. He's fought wars in that fight in the metaphorical ring on that show, man.
He's fought pedophiles. He's fought Destiny.
The biggest person he has fought was Destiny, and that was not on his show.
He's gone up against. He's argued. I've seen him argue with a number of people. Matt Holiday. All the motherfuckers got face-to-face argument time, dude. Yourself, you got some argument time.
They're all fairly small names.
So what is he? What is a guy with 20,000 subscribers supposed to do? Just fucking seek out motherfuckers with 500,000 subscribers and just go with them based on their subscriber count?
Right.
But that's right. What if he doesn't? What if there's no beef there though?
No, AP right now, Tonka is the shit on YouTube.
Yeah, he's hot. He's hot right now.
Right now, he got fucking 20,000 subscribers. He's got a much further reach than a lot of people with 200,000.
Yeah, so you're saying he should go out and pick on people and challenge people? That's not how a champion does it. You go to the champ.
No, I'm
saying
challenge.
That's why they call you the challenger.
When he's got a fucking issue, reach out, bring those fights in. I've seen Tonka have issues with them.
Okay, maybe I'm not remembering this, man. Where's an example of Tonka having an issue with a motherfucker and not inviting him to come on that show and discuss?
Let's see Tonka versus fucking Hi, I Think I'm Real.
He won't go on. Hi, I Think I'm Real.
I think I'm real. I'm friends with him. I've told him he should go on. He doesn't want to. He's not interested in it.
Yeah, it's not Tonka holding that fight back.
That's How I Think I'm Real being a bitch then.
Well, yeah. Who do you want him to fucking debate? Goddamn Sam Harris or Ben Shapiro?
Open your mind to this though for a second, Schmeckle. If I'm not being mean to you. Open your mind to this. That happens way more often than you might think. Where some big dude, some YouTuber, or some Twitter fucking celebrity or whatever will fucking talk a bunch of shit, and then Tonka's like, "Great, you don't like what I had to say? Come on the fucking show and do something about it. Say something to me about it," and they refuse because it's
if that's the case, then fuck those guys.
Yeah,
that's the case. I will retract my fucking statements.
All right,
but all I'm saying is I would like to see Tonka fight with this fucking 60-0 record.
Oh, agreed. We would all love to see Ali
Frazier should be fighting big names, you know.
Agreed. It's always great to see. We love Ali Frazier, man. But Ali fought 25 other fights that you may not remember too.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And I'm saying, Ali Frazier. There were the 25 fights you don't remember, but at least there was that one big one.
So you do recognize that there's some bitch-made motherfuckers that talk shit. Niggas talk shit and then abandon ship, as Busta Rhymes said. That's not on Tonka. But what you're saying is you would like to see a big name on big name.
I believe that.
I can get with that.
That there are people that back the fuck down when Tonka comes up.
I'm just doing the Triple H thing right now. I'm just coming in. I heard somebody step in the ring.
I fucked up doing the Triple H thing. Fucking name. I think it's pretty clear. I don't know who that is.
Just keep calling him HHH. We like that.
I think it's pretty clear. I have no fucking idea who that guy is.
He's Stephanie McMahon's
McMahon. Fucking. Who is HBK?
Yeah, but
that's
Heartbreak Kid.
Heartbreak Kid.
Come on, man. I say the reason why I say couldn't he challenge people is because of how big he is right now and how popular he is. And when he's, going against smaller guys, I understand he wants people to come at him. But, I mean, it doesn't always have to be like people that are causing drama or anything. It could be, him reaching out to someone who's like Schmeckle was saying, who's more intellectually sound, or someone who's more educated.
The first 20 Kumites, it wasn't even just him arguing with people. It was he
that's
other
what I
people
mean.
Come on,
the old fucking Kumites. He would legitimately fucking dig into people that were bullshitting.
He would have a monkey and a
now
guy named
he's
Sam
in
come on and make cripples cry on
Now,
Christmas.
is it possible that after witnessing those 20 maulings, people with something to lose, these big contenders like you're talking about, are a little more hesitant to step in that ring? Because they might get their shit fucked up, and a lot of people might unsubscribe to them and lose respect for them, and it might fuck up their brand.
Certainly
Like
see
Velasco,
that.
cough.
But you know what? Tonka versus fucking Dusty.
Dusty would never do it.
The type of guy
Dusty
who has
Dusty wants
tried to back down.
$5,000 to do it. He thinks he's worth $5,000 to come on the
Dusty fucking
Fuck
Smith.
you.
$5,000 for
Who the
Dusty.
fuck is Dusty Smith?
If I recall his quote on Twitter, what it would take for him, $5,000 is his appearance fee. He says.
Let me. Pause,
Okay,
pause,
no,
right?
you know what?
Pause.
You know what? Tonka already won Dusty.
Remember that bitch made nigga statement we just went over? These bitch made niggas want to talk about the shit but not step on the show. That
Here's the
is a
question: Who the
perfect
fuck is
example.
Dusty Smith? That motherfucker can't even make an argument, let alone contain one. You're gonna fucking have him go against Tonka.
He's clan of Dusty's retarded twin brother. You don't have to worry about him. Clan of Dusty's better.
You know what? I think I'm starting to get the point you're making. All of the bigger names are backing down.
I think it's too. If he goes like he constantly trying to like seek out much bigger people, there's a point at that where you start to look desperate, and that's not good either. Like I see people like that coming at Tonka sometimes, and it's just like, why am I talking to you?
Yeah, and traditionally they call the challenger a challenger for a reason. You know, the champion is not the one that goes out there and seeks the fights. The challenger,
Yeah, but I mean,
challenge the champion. to
Well,
take
when
the
you're
throne.
when you're the champion and also the host, it's kind of a different.
That
thing.
gets convoluted because it's part of the host, you know. But then again, you know, there are other people that do the booking as well. To my knowledge, I don't know. I don't work at Kumite headquarters.
No, but it certainly does make a difference when you're the champion and the host. There's kind of a little more reason for people to challenge you, a little more reason why you should be a little defensive of your position.
A little more interactive.
Well, there's other
see
reasons
that.
why people don't go on there, though. It's there's some people who'd rather talk without yelling. I think it's not that Tonka always yells, which he usually does, but that's I don't have a problem with it. I think some other people have issues whenever they're trying to make a point and then they're getting yelled at by Tonka or someone like that, and they breaks their concentration. And I think it makes them look like they don't know what the fuck they're saying, because I've seen it happen with people on there before. He kind of like breaks them after saying like, what the fuck's your point?
If you'll notice this, the bigger names will book something on the Morning Kumite to go at somebody, but they don't want to go with Tonka. They'll go on there and they'll book a fight to go against somebody they have a beef on. And that's proof of my theory in the pudding right there. They want to get on that show. They want the exposure. They want to have the fucking Bloodsport fight.
And
they want to go up against the champ and get their shit kicked in and have all their fans laugh at it.
That does bring up a point I wanted to bring up. Zell was challenging me on the Kumite today.
Go.
As I've said many times, you kind of gotta book it the day before, at least, if you want me to actually show up for a thing. But yeah, I'll come on. I'll fight Zell. If Tonka books it beforehand, I'll come out and fight Tonka. I'm not sure.
DM failure and be like, hey man, Zell wants to throw down, man. DM failure and see if y'all can get worked out. If y'all settle it in the DMs, then y'all can go on the show and settle it.
Yo, Smackle, you got to give credit where credit's due.
Zell's speaking with them right now. They're trying to book it for later in the week or maybe next week, I think.
Word.
But yeah, if they can book it like at least the day before, they have the 2 little short periods I'm available. But if they can book it, like one of those periods is directly in Kumite time, then yeah.
Well, I mean, I gotta bounce. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I gotta bounce because I'm going to set up the late night Ghost to Ghost AM, the blunt stream.
You gonna invite a motherfucker this time?
Yeah. Why don't you pop in, man? Hit me. Go just if I see you in the chat after the country stream or whatever, I'll send me a DM. But I think we've settled our beef. I wanted to make sure I came on here and protected the integrity of the Kumite and our champion.
Well, we have not settled our beef yet, AP.
Really? How, you need to kiss the ring before I leave? Here, kiss
you are not treating Opal the way that your lady should be treated.
Oh, I'll slap her later. I ain't got time to slap her. The show must go on.
As as long as you're ready to give her a couple slaps, at least a few of them should be backhands.
Dude,
I want your knuckles bloody.
I will slap the salmonella from the fucking raw food that she eats out of her fucking mouth, man. I will slap the Mexican stench off her. I will slap the fucking just the short off her. She'll be taller when I'm done, man. I will slap her so hard that her child's disability goes away, and he gets up and slaps her. I will slap that bitch so hard. That is how you do Opal here on the Cunt Stream, and it's been a pleasure, Smeckless. I'm glad we could clear all that up.
I think we're good now, as long as you're gonna take care of your woman.
Absolutely, Wang. Good to see you, man. Politipod and gentlemen that I just met tonight. A Gluck. It's good to Agluck. Good to meet you.
It's actually A.G. Luck, but he's really shitty at coming up with names, so he wrote this thing that everybody's gonna think is a Gluck.
Yep.
You are a Gluck now.
I am a Gluck.
You are a Gluck, sir.
Catch you later, guys.
You just got Gluck.
Have a good one, AP.
Later, dog.
We got a couple of super chats. Number 13. Tonka is Rocky 3. Okay. Zemeckis Lebowski, drunk as fuck, have $2 for following me on Twitter. Hold on. So every person in this stream who follows you on Twitter, we get $2 from you? Because you're drunk?
No, I think that was specifically from me. He loves me, and I love you too, whatever your name was.
I see y'all motherfuckers don't ever come to the Politipod. I see how it is. Fuck y'all. Okay.
Politipod, that just
invite
makes
me,
him like
asshole.
everybody else in the fucking world.
What's that?
You never invite me. I'd come on.
I can't listen to two of you at the same time. It's impossible.
Gluck, you go first.
No. I don't want to talk to him anymore.
Me neither. But Politipod, you get another point.
I heard what you said, Gluck. I was just fucking with you. What'd you say?
I know you were. That's why I went with that response.
What'd you say, Schmeckle?
I can't remember. It was
irrelevant. It doesn't
being a
fucking
piece
matter.
of shit.
Okay, Bryce Gum.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, Samaj, are you still here?
I am.
What do you think about the breakup?
Well, I tried to establish earlier today, or earlier when I came on the stream, that I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Well, Andy Worski and JF Gary Epi, they're no longer together. They had a split earlier today. They decided that they're no longer going to be co-hosts. It was emotional on at least one side. There were tears. On the other side, jokes were made. Given that information and no names, which side do you think won?
I'll say this. I designed a bunch of T-shirts for Andy's channel, and I'm glad none of them involved JF.
Oh.
Okay, so you've understood that JF was the loser here. JF was the one who went onto his stream after Andy fired him and started crying.
Well, it just means that my T-shirts get to be used.
I'm sorry, cunts. I want to make a statement right now. I am not advocating any of this fucking toxic masculinity bullshit that the feminists are always bitching about. You know, it's okay to cry. Like if your dad dies or like some shit like that, it's okay to cry. But don't fucking cry on stream. You know you're live. You're sitting there. You are fully aware that you're live. If you're gonna start crying, go not live. Mute yourself. Pull in Andy Worski. Say, I'm just gonna go grab some coffee.
That really is not as French as it gets.
Don't pull that stupid shit. If you're sitting there crying on camera, you are well aware that the camera's pointed at you, your microphone's turned on. You know you're just sitting there going, I just do not understand how he would betray me. I thought he was my friend. I thought that was his co-host.
Is that really how it worked? Is that really how it went down?
It was a lot more subtle crying, but yeah, he cried on his fucking stream after Andy fired him. Or actually, Andy didn't really fire him. It was kind of like a mutual "you're fired, I quit" type thing. But
once you're fired, you're fired.
Who cried worse? Was it Chairview or JF?
Oh no, definitely JF.
Damn.
Well, with Chairview, I'll admit it was Christmas Day and we were mean to him. I feel bad about that.
Wait, is there a clip of that?
What?
There's
the Chairview one, yeah, that's.
I don't know who that is. I just like watching men cry.
The Kumite on
She's
Christmas
a cripple
Day.
who cried.
Was that
My co-host does cry a lot.
Hold on a second. Was that this Christmas that happened?
Yeah,
okay.
It was me, Tonka, Politipod, and Chair. And Chair asked why
And Andy.
his old friends had stopped talking to him, and it led to tears. And I felt really bad about it because it was fucking Christmas Day.
Jesus Christ.
You don't make cripples cry on Christmas. It's a general rule.
Oh, he's crippled too?
Yeah, he's in a fucking. He's got fucking.
Oh, I guess Chairview. I get
muscular
it.
dystrophy.
Oh God.
Like I felt really. All I was doing was honestly answering his questions, but I felt really bad because I made a cripple cry on Christmas Day.
Damn it! You know it's extra hard to wipe the tears too.
Yeah. No, I walked in and I looked at my kid and I was like, thank God you're not crippled.
Deus Volt says I'd bang a cripple. Accurate.
Deus Volt, you'd probably bang a midget, trap, tranny, whatever Politipod is.
Which would you prefer? No arms and no legs.
No arms, because at least with legs you have something to be between.
Okay. See,
No, I would actually prefer no legs. That way she could still give me a proper blowjob, like with the hand going and everything.
You gotta get the twist going, otherwise it's
exactly. Without the legs, I could still hold her up and fuck her. She'd be kind of useless in like a cowgirl position, but.
This phone says no legs, she can't run away. Oh.
I kind of figure if you try the cowgirl position with a chick with no legs, she just kind of either she topples onto your face or she just kind of topples back, and either
that's an accident waiting to happen.
Fucking her.
Yeah. She's gonna be completely handicapped after you get done with her riding cowgirl.
Forget about her. Like she falls forward, you're done.
Oh yeah, I mean she's not gonna be controlling that shit. You're knocked the fuck out. It's up to her at that point if you keep going.
Yeah, and then you have to call up 911 and they see like some fucking like your dick is like bent downwards and they got some girl with no legs crawling around crying on the phone. It's just like, how do you explain that?
It's even worse if she falls backwards, because you're still gonna probably lose consciousness because your dick just fucking snapped. You're sitting there with
you get the headbutt right in the foot,
like medically broken, sticking out at an awkward angle. She don't know what the fuck's going on. She's freaking out. You still get the legless girl crawling around on the floor.
And here's the thing too, now I think about it, because she has no legs, the police are gonna show up and they're gonna think you did that to her.
Oh,
And
Samaj,
she's
you have a
escaping.
picture of this.
Oh, hold on a second.
Show them the picture, Samaj.
Yeah, Samaj, show them the picture of the time you did this.
Wait, what?
The one that you made for me and Bearing.
Samaj is into
I know
legless
the
girls.
one you're talking about. 1 second.
Oh, the one in the fucking sling.
The sling.
No, swing.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, you can put it in the swing. That'd be a best way to handle it.
Well, yeah, if you put her in the swing, you'd be safe.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, she swings off you.
Yeah. That's a lot more logical than cowgirl.
Kind of like mountain climbing.
You guys are smarter than Mia Gluck and the Asian guy.
Chris Worski?
Yeah, that guy.
No,
Let's
Asian Guy Fox.
Asian High, I think I'm real.
Do you,
Well,
do
I
you
mean,
remember? Do you remember?
You might actually.
I
Have
think
a
someone
chance.
said that. Actually, because I did a stream with him once, and someone made some kind of comment like that.
I like that guy. He's a pretty cool guy. Oh God,
Oh.
who invited this guy on?
Canuck left.
Oh God.
That was quick. I assume he joined under the wrong account. That's what's his name? The drunk guy. Schmeckel. No, Fodder.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta check DMs.
Who slid into your DM?
Why didn't you do that before joining?
Well, no, because I didn't even realize I had already started another hangout because I've asked Schmeckle enough. I know he's got nothing against me, but
Fodder. If we're gonna allow you to continue to be on here after this terrible start, you gotta show some nip.
Everyone, shut up and look at Samaj.
yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But I just had like 6 cops on my doorstep, so
Can we present Samaj?
yes.
That's see, and it's got no arms. That's even better.
So the story behind this is that Bearing and a Feminist came on my channel and started talking about subsidized sex swings by the government, and this is the result. The horrifying.
I mean,
terrible
I'd stick my dick in you if you were on that swing. Pull it apart. You just gotta remove your arms and legs and cock.
But he has a cock.
It's just censored.
Yeah, yeah, but for me to do it, you'd have to chop it off.
Oh,
Are you okay with that?
So you want Pod to be trans?
You're in the military, Pod. You're gonna lose most of these parts eventually, maybe.
It's true.
That's fucked up.
Hey, you know what we're dealing with nowadays. Bombs are the thing. He's losing all his limbs. Eventually, fucking Politipod is gonna be a head in a jar, and I'm still gonna fuck him.
You gotta get fish flakes.
Man, I'm still gonna stick my dick in that jar, and you know it.
I knew you were gonna say that.
So, okay. Out of curiosity, Fire, what did you say before? You said 6 cops were at your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason you were invited. Oh, what the fuck's this with the cops at your house?
Oh, it was kind of useless. Essentially, my daughter got up. She's like, I'm hungry. Okay, well, that's awesome. I'm not going to cook you a fucking meal at 10:30 at night.
Okay, so you refused to feed your daughter at
Fascinating.
10:30, and she went and called 911.
No, the thing is I cooked her, you know those little 4-inch pizzas that you just throw in the microwave?
But
it works.
It's technically food.
Nah, they're like munchies. It's what you eat when you're drunk.
Yeah,
Okay, so all the
you
time-
mean like the cheese that's melted on cardboard, right?
Yeah.
It's melted on.
So I cooked her those. And then all of a sudden they're too hot for her. I'm like, well, it sucks. I guess we have a refrigerator for a reason. This is the argument. It's like, Daddy, it's way too hot. I'm like, I don't care.
Butter.
I guess we have a refrigerator.
You're gonna eat it and you're gonna like it.
Before you continue, Fodder,
Is there a point to this
Unknown
story?
Archive has asked me to tell the fat drunk that his camera is too high.
My camera's on?
Nobody else is on cameras.
Oh, thank you, Unknown.
Damn, we should have told them.
I'm not even under the Flutter.account account. But either way, I was like, we have a refrigerator for a reason.
To cool down food that's too hot.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, it got a little bit heated. As heated as a 7-year-old.
Did you hit your daughter?
Hell no.
He beat the shit
Yelled
out
at
of
me.
Hey, does she still have teeth in her mouth, Butter?
I wouldn't hit my kid. Like,
just making sure, because your girlfriend wouldn't make the same claims.
I don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, your ex. I mean, your ex. Your ex used to hit your kids.
Which ex? The one that called the cops?
What?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. But like you can imagine, you guys have heard me. At least you and Samaj have heard me enough. Like, it's kind of deal with logic in my household. Yeah.
Why is your avatar so shit?
I don't know, because
hey, you are clearly a Ricky-looking motherfucker. Oh, what the fuck is with your avatar looking like some clean cut guy? You look like Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys. Embrace
like
it.
Microsoft clip.
I feel like it's about to sell me some like a social media marketing course.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck you. I look nothing.
Ricky, you look like you're about to fuck Politipod.
Look at this fucking clip art looking at.
I wouldn't fuck Politipod. He's way too fucking short.
Lower
And
your
he's a
goddamn
heretic.
camera!
Oh my god. All right, so
About 3 inches down.
About 7 minutes later, can we understand why the cops were at your door?
because they got too loud, and people called for a
After
noise
he
complaint.
lowers the camera.
I'm not lowering the fucking camera.
Flutter, I mean.
I'm not lowering the camera.
They'll expose how fucking.
I want to see your titties. Come on, drop it down.
I have no titties.
Oh, you got some titties. Come
Everyone
on,
has titties.
I'm about to go have
sex
a
with your
smoke
hand.
with somebody in my backyard.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw a little thing in
homosexual
DMs.
sex.
I'll throw a little DM.
What's happening?
Boy, that was way too soon. Late, I mean.
Oh, he came back. Jesus Christ. Butter. 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 Butter.
Did we
You know what? I'm just gonna boot him. I'm tired of this shit. Butter, if you don't say nothing in the next 3 seconds, you're gone.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're out of here. Fuck you.
Got the boot, bitch.
He wouldn't even give us an answer on how he feels about the fact that Andy Worski is currently hooking up with his ex-girlfriend, and fucking JF Gary Eppie is, I don't know, fucking his daughter or something.
Hey, JF, why'd you kick him out of the stream?
I kicked him out of the stream because we when we started the stream, we had an agreement. We said that if anyone was boring, we would not allow them in the stream. And you, Gluck, you have made many kind of stretches with this rule. You have disobeyed it, and you have invited the Politipod. You have invited Samaj. And you have invited some Asian who I do not think I would allow into the ethno state.
Well, who's this?
And now we have
a
a lesbian. You have invited a lesbian.
So
this is certainly not allowed in the ethno state.
oh god.
Yes, I very much apologize, Outlaw. You have joined a stream with JF Gerishmeki, and you are going to have to face up to your crimes against nature.
Hey,
Okay,
JF
cool.
Gerishmeki, I have a question.
Yes, I can answer any question. I am highly intelligent.
How much later are we going?
We will be going as much later as the time requires. It depends how many of the people come in and question my authority. I am clearly the leader of this stream. Far above anybody like the fucking Duckworskis. I am the true ruler of this stream, and I will fight anybody who questions it.
That's my best Warski. I'm sorry.
All right, what are we pissing and moaning about? What's going on?
Are you coming into this late? And
Andy Warski and JF Gary Eppy broke up tonight, Wolfie, and we're very upset about it.
Oh.
You know what I'm disappointed
we're
about?
all sitting here, we're drinking ourselves to death over this this ruined relationship. It's hurt us all deeply.
This could very well be the end of Andy Warski and the Andy Warski fan club that's called the Cunstream.
With that, I must bid you all adieu. Have a good day.
Fuck off,
Pod. You have a good one, but remember, do not rape any retarded girls before you go to bed.
What was that again?
That means no masturbation.
He's choosing to
that's what
ignore
I thought.
that.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
He gonna rape retarded girls. That's what that means. He fucking muted me because he didn't like me making those demands.
That's why he can't masturbate, aka retarded girl.
We still talking about JF fucking potatoes or some shit?
Well, he fucked a potato and now he's off the Warski channel. And now he's on his own channel talking about how whites will rule today.
And he cried again today. He cried live a second time.
I don't like this crying stereotype that's trying to hit Canadians. First, Trudeau just keeps crying.
I'm sorry. JF has cried twice on stream, but we've had Aiden cry many times on stream. She's American. We've had that girl. She's cried.
Yeah, but those are also women.
We had Mundane Matt who.
Right over
I
his
only
check mark.
recently actually saw the video, but he had a fucking breakdown over that fucking.
I kind of like, as much as I said, like I like to watch men cry. I kind of feel bad laughing at that one because it's like, I mean, I did laugh at it, but I feel bad about laughing at it.
I'm sorry. I had my missus sitting next to me when we watched it, and she had tears coming out of her fucking eyes.
It's fucking funny.
Someone said that doesn't count. Mundane Matt is a thought.
He's
I mean,
possibly
Mundane Matt
stealthy
does
and everyone's like,
certainly.
yeah, it's clean.
I mean, I would put my dick in him.
Gross.
Man, what did I wake up to?
Mundane Matt choices. One of the few people on here that I actually have no respect at all for. He is somebody who has become obviously more successful on this platform than I have, but he is a complete pussy. He's boring as shit on his own channel. His main gimmick is reading articles. He plays up. He tries to do that thing where you play off the drama to your advantage, but he fails entirely at it and just kind of plays up the drama and embarrasses himself more. He is basically the perfect example of you know that one country that never existed because no country has ever been this stupid, that took a fucking heat-seeking missile and shot it like 15 feet into the air. That's Mundane Matt. Mundane Matt is the type of guy who will come against somebody with the most weak arguments he can possibly muster, knowing that they're weak arguments and knowing that the people he's going against will whip up much more substantial arguments. And he'll still go into it thinking he's the winner. Mundane Matt is the prophet if he could speak better. Mundane Matt is fuck, I can't remember his name. The retarded guy from the Goonies.
Sloth.
Sloth.
Hey,
That's it.
you guys.
Well, if you look at Justin's page, he's the Asian kid from the Goonies.
Yeah. Yo, you know
That's
what's
what
fucked up
Oh,
yesterday?
then Justin, how do you feel about your buddy, Mundane Matt?
I don't know what's happened to him. I'm glad he's still alive against all odds with his condition, but no, I didn't like back on the pirate ship with the Superman shirt. I would never have thought he would be reading the news, and here we are. But no, what I was gonna say was
you would have thought, if anything, he would be the intro to the news show. Like, hey, you guys, it's the news. It's me, Mundane Man. I'm your guy.
Oh my god, I
That was
need
too-
a show like that now.
That was too fucking weird.
I would watch the fuck out of like someone special reading the news like that.
Oh yeah,
'Cause,
no,
like, I could,
would
like-
watch hours of that.
We could get Ricky
would
Burley
be
to do it.
informed on everything going on in the fucking media. If there was a show that was just fucking people with Down syndrome doing the news.
I couldn't take it seriously.
Hey, you guys! So today,
here's what's going
Trump
down.
said that he was gonna bomb North Korea, and I think that that's a really bad thing. But Trump thinks that it's a good thing, but also North Korea thinks that it's a bad thing, and we got people on both sides that are complaining about it. So now we go to my friend over there, Cassandra, with the weather. Hey guys, it's gonna rain today, and we might have some snow.
Breakfast.
Have you ever watched Special Poetry Slam or something like that?
No, never.
It's this video, and it's definitely like taken off a VHS tape from the 80s or the 90s, and it's a class of children with various disabilities, older children, like probably like teenagers or so. And they just they go on and give their speeches. If you ever seen a clip with a Down syndrome guy and he's like, I drink beer, it's good for you, and then he just has a sassy pose and walks away, that's from. It's so fucking funny.
That sounds really hot.
Well, 1 second. We got Sal Batista in the chat who says, if any of you niggers are wondering, I still love Schmeckel. He's a good boy, and I'll defend that to the end. No homo. Sal, you know there was some homo in there.
All homo.
There's no need to deny it.
1,000%.
We've been open about the homo we got between us.
Yeah, you guys be butt sexing, all right, Zal? We know it.
It's not like butt sex. It's more like heavy petting.
Well, heavy dick on dick petting.
Sword fight.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta do a sword fight now and then. And I mean, when it comes to me and him hitting dicks, it's always a heavy sword fight. You know what I mean?
Do you get Baracus involved?
Why do I come on this fucking show?
You get Baracus involved, right?
Sometimes.
Okay, just curious. I wanted to make sure you guys were including Baracus in your guys' dick sword fighting.
Not really. From what I've heard, rumors. Not that I get involved. They just make me hold the camera. It's gross.
Samaj made prosthetics, so all of her dicks are bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Can you draw us a picture of the three of them playing a sword fight with their dicks, Samaj?
No. I will not.
Come on, man up, Samaj.
I disavow.
Disavow.
It bad.
No, Samaj is a little bit of a bitch that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
He refuses to draw me nude.
He's scared of the gay stuff?
Yeah.
I think it's more that it would take him many hours to draw my full dick. But
yeah, because
he
you need a
refuses to do
microscope
it.
and a Hubble telescope to see it, right?
Yeah, you gotta connect the two together. You gotta get the Hubble telescope staring through a microscope.
Well, all I can say is that the last time I saw that many lines was in a picture of what was that windy road in Las Vegas? Was it
San Francisco? You're talking about San
Thank you.
Francisco.
San Francisco. Man, that was gross. I'm talking about his dick. Ain't doing it.
Oh, that's because he has had sex with someone with no legs, and they did fall off and break his dick multiple times.
I believe it.
That doesn't mean it's not worth it.
He'd hit all the right spots. Why do you think the missus stays around?
Because he's the baby daddy?
The missus stays around because she ain't got no arms or legs. What the fuck are you missing about this? Yeah, well, we're gonna wrap the fuck up. Samaj, do the thing.
No.
Thank you.
Oh wait, no. Gluck's gonna do the thing, Samaj.
Good.
Alrighty, guys. Justin
Yeah.
Wang visited us tonight from the Twitter sphere and from Asia land. You want to shill?
Orient. I prefer the Orient.
Show your shit, man.
Fucking racist.
All right, yeah. I got YouTube. I got it's Wang ! The URL is wang after the YouTube thing. Talk a lot about like internet mysteries and stuff like that. It's like nothing. There's a few old videos like what we've been talking about, but not much. But I think it's good. I wouldn't put it up if I didn't think it was good content. So I think you guys should check it out. I got Justin Wang on Twitter. Say what's up.
Yeah, throw him some follows over there, guys. Outlaw, show your shit. I know everyone knows you, but show it again.
My Twitter's @heartshapedcage, and I don't do anything. I shitpost, and I'm a huge dyke. That's pretty much all I am.
Well, that is something.
But, she wants a little bit of the schmeckelty. She won't admit it, but a little bit.
True, because it looks like a.
Ooh.
Hey,
because it's micro peen.
That you want to take in looks like a quit. Yeah, you're only an eighth interested.
That's okay.
That's all the interested needed.
And everyone knows Schmeichel and Samaj. My stuff.
No. Gluck. I want to hear you tell people who Schmeichel and Samaj are.
Well, one has a micro peen.
Start with Samaj.
Samaj is the guy we're going to make a porno about who hasn't been laid in a while, so we're getting him some poon.
That's hot.
Yeah, if any of you are wondering, nobody in the stream right now can back this up. But you remember that blonde guy that played James Bond? Think of him plus 80 pounds.
Ooh. I think that gave me a straight homo
minus
boner.
The suit.
And Schmeichel's a giant gorilla with lots of hair and a better beard than me. So
I found a hair sprouting from the tip of my cock today. Not actually. That would be terrible and probably
sounds
also
like
impossible.
a personal issue.
But very hairy. Mainly just in the head and face area. I tend to remove the rest.
Yeah, and he's completely bald like a schoolgirl everywhere else. My stuff, Real AG Luck on Twitter. I do have my new Teespring, teespring.com/stores/AGLUC.